B. B.
Yes, people, big up to everyone. Welcome back to episode number 85 of the Mud Brothers Show. It's not the Monday Night Mudness this week. It is the Friday Night Mudness, I guess you could say. Big up to everyone, though. Welcome back to another stream. I know it's been a while since I have streamed. Just come back from that Europe trip, adjusting to life back home, back to normality, I guess. But we're back. We're back for another show. We have a lot to discuss, actually, this episode, because we've seen two match weeks that we haven't talked about. We obviously had football this midweek, this past yesterday, actually. And then we had football on the 31st of December as well, not the 1st of January. Actually, wait, I do think, yeah, sorry, yesterday, 1st of January, not on the 31st, but on the 29th, on the 30th of December. Same old, to be honest. Where do I begin? I could start off with Manchester United. Rest of the guys will be joining up whenever they do join up, and we'll get their thoughts on the rest of the teams. But if you're new here, or if you're watching for the first time, or if you're going to be watching back, the Mud Brothers is a show where we do talk about everything related to United, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea. So we're going to be discussing all the games that obviously happened so far this past week and the past weekend, and some games coming up this weekend as well, literally in a day or so. Big news regarding a lot of clubs. More so, I would say some news regarding specific for a specific club, regarding their management as compared to their results. I guess you could discuss their results as well, because we haven't really talked about the Villa game. But Enzo Maresca leaves Chelsea. Who would have thought that Enzo Maresca would have left, or Chelsea would have got rid of a manager and didn't technically get rid of him? They parted ways, mutual consent, but they would part ways with the manager before Ruben Amorim would get sacked at my club. Who would have thought? But Enzo Maresca, it is true, has left Chelsea. Parted ways, mutual consent. I guess there was just something brewing up. There was a tweet that came out from Fabrizio a day before it actually happened, and that was it. He's gone. Chelsea are now looking to get that Strasbourg manager, Liam, whoever, the guy who looks like shout out to Matisse, the guy who looks like Matisse, man. And I know nothing about him, but I just think this is such a random move, such a weird and random move for, to be honest, yeah, for Chelsea to just do all of a sudden. I think it's crazy. I don't say I rate like Maresca this or that, all of those type of things, but it's like I just think it's just such a weird move for any manager, not let alone Maresca, for what any manager would have achieved so far, that Maresca has achieved so far, and what the remaining of the season still had left for Chelsea to literally in a Carabao Cup semifinal. Who would have known? Who would have known? But I just think it's a weird situation. But if any of the Chelsea guys, I think Prime should show up in a little bit. We'll get his thoughts. I know he hasn't really even been watching Chelsea, but I'm sure he'll have something to say about that news. So that's really Chelsea and their news, and we'll get I'll go more into depth with that and their thoughts and the rest of the guys' thoughts on everything. They did obviously have a draw with Bournemouth at home 2-2, which I think in turn maybe led a little bit to that decision. They did also have the loss to Villa on the weekend, this past weekend, which was a good game as well to watch, and we'll discuss that as well. So that's just Chelsea news. Arsenal, big up to people in the chat as well. Roger Scotty says big up every time Sheik. And BX Gunner, speaking of Arsenal, he says it's getting lonely at the top. Arsenal continuing to win. They obviously played Villa in the reverse fixture at home, this time at the Emirates, and absolutely smashing them left and right into pieces. I think Villa's run, I've been saying it for a while, was going to come to an end. I thought maybe Chelsea could have been that game, but they did well and they played well. Watkins getting those 2 goals against Chelsea. And I thought maybe Arsenal, it's a tough run of fixtures. They played us, who we've low-key in the past couple of seasons been a little bogey team for them. Then they played Chelsea, who they did end up getting the result over. And then they played Arsenal, which in those 3 teams back to back to back, you would have probably predicted at least maybe 2 games where they would have dropped points, but they got wins in 2 and they dropped points against Arsenal, which I thought was coming for them, and they got slapped, to be honest. 4-1 4-1 loss for them. Arsenal flying, like he says, it's getting lonely at the top. We'll see where this goes. Manchester City, of course, we don't really discuss them on this in this show because it is called the Mud Brothers show for a reason. But they dropped points as well to Sunderland yesterday, 0-0 draw. Liverpool dropping points to Leeds, 0-0 draw. Yesterday, I think, was a day which was full of just draws. All games ended up being in draws. I think Brentford Fulham was a draw. Another game which was a draw as well. Spurs ended up getting the win over the past weekend. Or actually, I think they won this midweek too. If I'm could be wrong, but they beat Palace, if I'm not wrong, 3-0, which is crazy considering how Glasner had Palace starting off the season, and kind of how they've just been found out in the past couple of weeks. Let's see. Spurs actually had it. Sorry, I take that back. Completely wrong. Palace had a draw with Fulham, 1-1. Brentford had a 0-0 draw with Spurs. Sunderland had a 0-0 draw with City, and Liverpool had a 0-0 draw with Leeds. So I was correct on the fact that yesterday was a match a day full of draws. Before that, on the weekend, they did beat Spurs 1-0, not 3-0, sorry. So it was just 1-0. But they dropped points as well. They're currently on a little bit of an unbeaten run. I'm sure Jez doesn't like this run. Shout out to Jez because he wants Frank sacked. And then Manchester United. I spoke a little bit about it. Where could I begin? 1-1 draw to Wolves, the worst team in the league. They're 20th. They haven't won a single game this season. Big up to Ross Talks as well every single time. They haven't won a single game this season. They have 3 points in their entirety this entire season. One of those points is from us because they got a draw against us. We played 5 at the back against the worst team in the league with 2 defensive midfielders as well. I just I don't know what to tell you, man. This guy's got to go. The guy's got to go, man. He's definitely got to go. And then before that, we obviously had the 1-0 win against Newcastle, which in that game, to be honest, I didn't do a match reaction. My honest thoughts after that game though were he changed the system, played a back four. We looked defensively, I guess, better, or we looked defensively good because we didn't concede a goal against Newcastle. Newcastle, although second half are not a good team, away from home are not a good team. Um, this season. So maybe we just capitalize on that. But we were gonna get found out sooner or later, and it wasn't a loss. But even a draw under this manager and this team feels like a loss, especially against a team like this. This definitely feels like a loss. This is Wolves we're talking about, a team that we already slapped this season at their home ground, 4-1, and we couldn't even buy a goal, score a second goal, create a chance. To be honest, to beat Wolves, man. That Dorgo goal was offside. It was. I don't want to hear anybody talking about it. Wasn't. It was offside. Yeah, man. It's just I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Currently, at this moment, with this manager, that's another win. I mean, that's another game which we should be winning. Everton was another game that we should have been winning, or should have won. West Ham, the game that I went to all the way to Old Trafford, was a game that we should have won. Dropped points in crucial games that could have bought him a little bit more time. I still would have wanted him out, but considering his situation now, it's just getting more and more worse. Now you're seeing a lot of the match going fans too turn on him, and this is just I don't understand anybody who still backs him. I see it all the time. I post TikToks as well. I don't know if you guys do check out my TikToks. Go on Chic TV on TikTok. I see people in my comment section on TikToks argue about Ruben Amorim and how we should back this manager. Back this manager based off of what? We couldn't beat the 20th play side in this league, the worst side in the Premier League currently at this moment. They have 3 points in their entirety. We're on match week what? 19. We're on match week. Yeah, we're good. We're approaching match week 20, and they have 3 points. They haven't won a single game. And people still want to back this manager. And again, why again? I said this before too. Why are we even giving this guy the opportunity to change the system to go to a back four? Why? Just go and get a manager who can play a back four. Maybe the manager market isn't the best currently at this moment. Cool. Maybe go get an interim. Go into the summer and then get a proper manager. Manager who you go again. But again, you're expecting a lot from Ineos too, which is a completely different conversation. Given their track record of their decisions that they make at this club, where they don't sack managers on time when the time is right. They didn't do the same thing for Ten Hag. Why will they do the same thing for Ruben Amorim? They're fully backing him. It looks like they're giving him time. I just think the only thing, which obviously I don't ever want, is for us to get bad results. I want us to win. But at this point, I just don't see any future with this manager. I don't ever see us being dominant. I don't still have figured out what Ruben Amorim's style of play is, what his way of winning is, what his starting 11 is. And we've already passed a year with this guy here. We have better players in the club currently. Yes, I know some of them are at AFCON, like Ahmad and Mbuemo, some of our crucial players. But we still have better players that we had last season. Sesko, I'm sure a lot of people would still take him over Højlund. I would take him over Højlund. Coutinho, I would still take him over Garnacho. I would still take Lamens over our goalkeeper. Heaven's been playing well all of a sudden, yes. Rest of the center backs, we have some injuries. I get it. I'm not one to complain about injuries, but there has to be an improvement. Why are we bringing on defenders when we're playing against the worst side in the Premier League currently at this moment? And we're going defensive against them, and you're going back five against them. When you just played a back four and beat Newcastle, who have a better attack than Wolves, been scoring a lot more goals than Wolves, and we showed a little bit of a better defensive display against them when we played a back four. And all you need to do is currently buy results at this point to save your job, and you're not doing that, which it makes just no sense to me. But it is what it is, and he needs to go, man. Simple as that's what I would put it at. If the rest of the guys show up, we'll get the rest of the thoughts on their game, but I'll just continue. But that's really where it is and where I'm at with Manchester United. We get called toxic and negative all the time for our opinions and just for us speaking the truth and what we think and us being honest about our team. And this is what we told you was going to happen. I don't know how anybody genuinely had a shout for top four this season. I don't know how anybody genuinely had a shout for even top 6 this season. I get it that the table's all over the place, but as close as we are to top 4 and how close we are into achieving that, we're actually very close to being bottom half of the table yet again. And I don't think people see that upside of it. And again, it's just again, we were promised better days and all these type of things by this manager and the numerous amount of interviews that he did at this club. And look what we've gotten in return instead, with better players and a better squad, with one game a week. All these things that people told us were going to be crucial to us and helpful to us have not turned out to be helpful. And it's the constant denominator has always been this manager and all these results where we drop points. Big up to you every single time, Chin Lu. I wanted Qatar. I wanted Qatar to buy us, but people said why. People said I was mad. Why you want to stay to own your club, not dead? Exactly, bro. Like it's and we're putting faith into Ineos as well. That's a whole that's a whole different conversation. So many different conversations that we can get into with this regarding this club. But we're cooked, man. It really just it is what it is. It's another season where we sit here and we just dwell and we sulk and we just look depressed and there's just no happiness towards our club and we just waste another season yet again and we take too long to maybe sack a manager and it's that season again. How long have we seen it for the past couple of seasons? We have. So it's just one of those things yet again. We play Leeds. We play Leeds tomorrow, if I'm not wrong, which is an early kickoff. Is it tomorrow? Let's see. It's not tomorrow. It's Sunday. It's Sunday early kickoff. And Leeds, who, yeah, they drew against Liverpool at Anfield. Didn't really do much in the game, to be honest. They should have lost. But at home and at their place, they've been getting good results and they've been scoring a lot of goals. And they'll be up for this game. This is a derby, technically. And, more than anything, I would want us to beat a team like Leeds. But I'm nervous for that game, bro. Just considering how we've been playing and just this manager and the substitutions that he makes and how he deliberately wants to throw games at times. And his just ability to not be able to coach a win. How he's not been able to figure out how to coach a win. Just his win percentage just in the 30%. It's abysmal. Everything's abysmal. But that's why this show is called the Mud Brothers Show for a reason, and we're a big, big part of it. I'm the host. It would be only right that Manchester United would be the host of a show titled The Mud Brothers Show, right, chat? It is what it is, though. But yeah, that's Manchester United in a nutshell for you guys. There's nothing positive going for us in the future. Let me know if you guys have any questions regarding Manchester United before we move on to a different section. And let me know your guys' comments as well if there are any Manchester United fans. If you're going to be watching this back, drop a comment in the comment section below. On my opinions, if you have any questions, drop a question, man. I'd love to have some sort of interaction with United fans and just every fan, football fan in general as well. So moving on, we'll move over to we'll talk about Chelsea real quick because of their obviously bombshell of a news where we did see that Maresca has parted ways with Chelsea. I'll pull up the tweet, I guess, real quick from Fabrizio. Let's see. Or it was David Ornstein, I think, that really dropped the news originally. Let's see. Make sure you guys are running up the likes, of course. I'm not sure where we're at terms of the number of likes, but make sure you guys are dropping, smashing the likes as well. This was the tweet that we got. This was yesterday at 4 a.m. my time. That's American Pacific time. Chelsea and Enzo Maresca part company. Head coach leaves with immediate effect. Position deemed untenable. Chelsea expect to name replacement from small number of candidates in the next few days. Rosenior contender, Glasner not in frame. So there's a couple of rumors about Glasner joined in, but that's out of question. It looks like Rosenior, who's the Strasbourg manager, Liam Rosenior, who looks like Matisse, or I should say Matisse looks like him, is in contention to be the manager who most likely will get it. Strasbourg, the relationship that they have with Chelsea or whatever, just seems like they are most likely to get this job. And again, I talked about it briefly, but this is really just my honest thoughts about Chelsea and this whole managerial change. I just don't get it at all, if I'm completely honest. This whole Chelsea thing, I know some of the fans will get the stick for some of the things that they did say, their fan base about how they're back, this and that, and then how everything is just fallen apart, capitulated. But I'm kind of with the Chelsea fans who have been blaming the sporting directors and the hierarchy because it's these people who've been making decisions like this. One, you fail to you fail to attend to positions that you really needed to spend for. You signed two dog shit left wingers. Let's just be completely honest, Gittins and Garnacho, and that summed up your left hand side in the transfer window. And then you signed Delap, who hasn't shown much as well. I think Xerxes, who barely plays and who should be playing a lot more, who gets taken off. He got taken off against Wolves for no fucking reason as well. He barely plays. I think he has more goals than Delap this season. I get it. Delap has been out for a while too, maybe injury, suspensions, that stupid silly red card that he picked up. But again, like some of these things, some of the decisions that you've made, the point that I'm trying to make in the transfer window, which has come from the sporting directors, it's been abysmal. And then now you've all of a sudden you've sacked a manager who's won you the conference league, which you should be winning. I get it. It's not something you should be flexing, and I'm not trying to flex that either. But he also won you a Club World Cup where he beat PSG, the Champions League winners that just dogged Inter Milan with the scoreline that they did in the final. You dogged them in a Club World Cup final, and you sacked a manager who was doing honestly decently well. You were going through a bad run of form. You had a bad month. You had a bad couple of results. I know you drew to Bournemouth, lost to Villa, had a bad couple of results, but you just kind of sacked this manager all of a sudden out of the blue. I remember when Poch was here and when he was having the results, some of them that he was having, you didn't make crucial decisions like this towards him. And that was someone who wasn't even achieving objectives at Chelsea. And this is a manager who did achieve objectives from what I've heard from some of the fans were what the objectives really were at Chelsea. He was achieving them. And just you guys sacked him out of the blue. Do I rate him? Would I take him at Manchester United? Because I know someone will ask this question, so I'll answer it right away. No, I wouldn't, because I still think we should be going out there and getting. I think in the summer there could be quality manager available. Don't know who. I couldn't tell you currently at this moment, but there always is. And we're Manchester United. We always offer the great amount of money when it comes to shit like this. So I think maybe there's other candidates better out there than Enzo Maresca that could be available in the summer. But Enzo Maresca, I don't think did a bad job at Chelsea, and he has not been sacked, but he's been under this scrutiny, and they've parted ways. But it pretty much leads to one thing, that they just told him we don't really need you here, and he's also attracted a little bit of that interest from Manchester City. There was a tweet that came out where there was interest since October, and he said that he's looking to or he's speaking to them, and it's something that he was able to do in his contract with Chelsea. So there's been interest from different clubs, and maybe he's been swayed a little bit because of it, and also maybe that comes a little bit from just the situation and how he knows these sporting directors are at Chelsea, where he knows he's not been able to get the players that he wants in the positions that they needed to address. They haven't been addressed. A goalkeeper should have been signed, even though I think Sanchez is actually he's been one of the better players for Chelsea this season in some of the games that he's had. But still, defensively, they need more depth. They needed starters. They needed to address the left hand side. They signed two dog shit midfielders. They needed a striker. They haven't been able to address those positions, and these are kind of the results that have been panning out. He's also just another thing to say as well. Like, he's also made a couple of bad decisions. Some of the substitutions that he made, why he took Palmer off against Villa made no sense to me, to be honest. You need to keep one of your better players on. And Palmer, he's just come back from injury, and I thought that he was fully ready to go. You've been cautioning him in certain games, and you've not been giving him certain minutes in certain games, and he was ready to go. And some of the decisions do maybe lie on Maresca, but overall, I think he was doing a decent job. He was doing an okay job. I didn't think he needed to be sacked. I think it was a little bit harsh, to be honest. You could have sacked him at the end of the season, could have parted ways then. He did win you 2 trophies, get you top 4 at the end of the season, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Generally, how that had a part to play in that. So yeah, BX Center says West Ham just signed 2 good players. I did see that. Who they did. I did see the 2 tweets. The 2 players that they ended up signing. 200 million on Enzo and Mudryk. That's true. Enzo Fernandez, could have conversations about him. That's why I thought maybe Spooby would big up to him every single time, and the rest of the Mudbirds could have joined up by now because I know he would probably have a lot to say about Enzo Fernandez. Again, he had asked a very good question the other day in one of the episodes previously about what he's elite at and what his price tag really has it been worth it or not. And I don't think it has. I've also been one, along with Spooby, who's been questioning Enzo Fernandez in the past couple of seasons. But hey, man, people will tell you that he's this and that, and he spent 100 million for that, for those attributes, but there's not a single elite attribute. Arteta is the luckiest fucking guy. I swear, 1 trophy winners, he's sacked and he's still stealing a living. I think it'll come down to this season, though. You guys are in the Carabao Cup. If he wins a trophy, he keeps his job, in my opinion. Because, again, your owners are a certain way as well. But if he wins a trophy, which you guys are in the semifinal for a Carabao Cup, you are top of the league currently, which, whether you like it or not, what in history and what we've seen from past seasons has come out to a different result. But you are top of the league. That's facts. That's something that's just absolutely true currently at this moment. You are flying in the Champions League as well, getting results over teams. So you are currently flying, which is and he's maybe keeping his job because of that. But I think if he doesn't win a single trophy, if Chelsea somehow under Rajanier pick up a result in the Carabao Cup final, which is over 2 legs, and then you guys don't end up winning the Premier League, maybe you lose out to a team like Manchester City, or in the Champions League, you lose out to some of the other European sides, then I think he genuinely could get the sack. But you'll wait more until the end of the season type of thing. That's why Chelsea's parting ways with Maresca is just so like random for me, because it's just so out of the blue, to be honest. They go to you, Abraham, Man United fan for life, 6765. Hey Sheik, big up, bro. I don't think we're going to get next season Champions League. Yeah, we're not going to. We're definitely not going to. We're not going to get Champions League for a while. Not this season, not next season. Until we get a manager, until I see us do well in the transfer window, assess certain positions as well. Really, it depends on the manager. It depends on when we sack Ruben Amorim and where we go from there. That's what I would say on that. But yeah, to Chelsea, the news regarding them, I don't know where Chelsea go from here. I couldn't genuinely tell you where they go from here. Big up to my guy Spoods every single time as well. Also, at the start of the episode too, one big thing: Happy New Year to everyone. I didn't say it to anybody at all. Were my absolute manners on this show, but Happy New Year to everyone, to everyone's family, to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for all the support, all the contributions that you've made to this channel in the past year in 2025, and I hope that you guys all have a great 2026. I hope it is an even better year than the previous one. Big up to you, Spoos, as well. Happy New Year to you, bro.
Happy New Year
as well. Happy holidays to you and to everybody else. You joined at a very, very good time.
Hey, who are we talking about here? Who are we talking about?
We are talking about Chelsea real quick.
Really? We're talking about Chelsea.
That's why I think it is the most absolute perfect time that you have tuned in. But I gave my thoughts about Chelsea. I'll just tell you about what I said. I think it's absolutely I couldn't tell you, it's absolutely insane. One, that he's been sacked. He's not been sacked, but he's left the club before Ruben Amorim has left our club. That's crazy. Two, just so out of the absolute blue, I don't know what Chelsea sporting directors are thinking about what they're doing, to be honest. That's just so random. Three, where does this leave their club now in terms of what they're trying to achieve? They've just sacked a manager midway through the season, and they're still like, it's not like all crisis for them currently at this moment. They're still in certain competitions. They still had a lot to fight for the rest of the season, but yeah, they've gotten rid of the manager, and then now bringing in the Strasbourg guy, who, shout out to Matisse. It looks like him. I don't know if you've been seeing that on social media.
Yes, it does actually.
But yeah, I think sporting directors deserve a lot of criticism. A lot of the players that they've signed, this whole project that they were trying to achieve with Maresca, it's just absolutely crazy. But floor is yours, bro. Floor is absolutely yours, man. Cook. Time for you to cook.
Hey, I just love seeing this because CP and Prime are lucky they're not here. They are lucky because they have to answer for many, many questions. I've been on here with CP especially, and we've been up Prime.
You've hosted shows as well. You've hosted episodes.
Yeah. And CP, CP, he was, we're going to win this.
Fraud as well. Big up frauds. Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Big up Joe. Yeah. But no, he's been coming on. We're going to win this. We're going to win that. And you know how good Chelsea are, and you know they're gonna, what's he said, the semi-finals of the Champions League easily.
Yeah.
He's like, we can actually win the Champions League, and I was like, does he not
It's absolute
actually
fraud.
look at his team,
You are an
like the
absolute
players
fraud.
he has
Joel.
this NFL season? Does he not look at the players that he has in his team? Look at the defenders. I mean, anyway, we'll get into that. Also, I say one more thing. He has the audacity to come on here and try to make me say sorry for getting him to say Enzo Fernandez is a bad player. He had the audacity to come in here, Sheik, and do that. He's lucky he's not here. He's lucky because he is the main culprit. He is the Chelsea fan that got gassed up. They're going to do this. They're going to compete for everything. They're going to win the title challengers. They're going to do this, going to do that. And look what happened. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you didn't even have to do that much research into it. Just look at their players. He had chest with Gittins and Garnacho and the players they have at the back, and he had all this chest. I don't understand it. I don't know. The Barcelona win maybe got to their head. Winning that World Championship friendly tournament maybe got to their head. Listen, Maresca leaving, I think Maresca was done. Maresca just didn't want it out. I don't think he wanted Garnacho. I don't think he wanted Gittins. I don't think he wanted a lot of players. Delap, I don't think he wanted Delap. I just thought maybe he was like, look, I'm not getting any players I want. I'm not getting the players that I need. Okay. I mean, that's why, again, if you go back into the previous streams, I was like, this transfer window isn't like Chelsea. It isn't. Where's the big name? Where are the big names? Okay. Garnacho is not a big name. Gittins not a big name. You can keep going on and on.
Pedro, to be honest, is not really a big name either. But he's been signing that.
He's a good player, but he's not like, cool shit, Joe Pedro. Like from Brighton.
Signings, you get sacked. Hey, man.
Hey, well, that's what I think that happened. And hey, big up, Prime.
I think you question too much, you get sacked. You have to low key be a yes man these days.
But when you're in his position, I guess you have to question. I mean, what, you're just gonna sit there and be like, look, you want me to get these kind of results with these players? I don't think it's doable. I don't care how the manager is. If you're not going to spend the money and bring me in big names, which I said at the start of the season, it just wasn't a Chelsea transfer window. And CP was like, "What do you mean big names? What do you mean big?"
Brian. No worries, bro. Yeah.
And it's just like, well, look what happened. I mean, you're kind of in the same position as we are. You know, I don't think you're any better off. You might be a little bit more consistent than us, a bit. And apart from that, I don't really see much difference between Chelsea and United. I think we're both terrible this season, both inconsistent, and I applaud Maresca for winning. Or sorry, not winning, leaving. Sorry, I like go to a bigger team, show what you can do, and let Chelsea bring in some other manager that hasn't proved himself. The Strasbourg manager, Rosner, or whatever you want to call him. Mm-hmm. Let him come in, and it's just like a cycle. Yeah. It's just like a cycle. Or if you're going to fire him, at least have a replacement that you're like, oh shit, De Zerbi's coming in. Oh well, okay. That like, now I know why you want to bring or get rid of Maresca. Give me a big game.
So I'm saying I feel like they just threw away their season for no reason at all. Just what a absolute terrible way to start the new year. The first day, literally yesterday, the 1st of January, this guy leaves the club. And they
but what is the board? What is their board's
what's their objectives? Their overall,
what are they aiming for?
Achieve? Yeah, even with let's say, okay, so they've made this decision, right? What are they now trying to achieve? What is it that you were going to do, where you were like, you know what, this is why we should part ways with Maresca, because this other plan and this other alternative that we have, we think can be successful and will keep us on track for whatever our season was at. Whatever our objectives were at the start of the season, which also is, what were your objectives at the start of the season? Because if it was to win a league, then I don't think you first of all backed him in the first place to win a league with the signings that you made. You can't tell me you were trying to win a league with Garnacho and Gittins as your left wingers, not even getting center backs or trying to sort out the defense. So your objectives at the start of the season definitely weren't winning the league. If it was top 4 and to win a trophy, you're in a semifinal for a Carabao Cup still. You're still technically you're in a top 4 race. I think you will be, but you're in contention to be in top 4. You still have the FA Cup. You still have the Champions League. Whether you win it or not, it's a different question. But you're still in contention for all these trophies currently at this stage. So it's like, that's why I'm like, what were your objectives, to be honest, at all at the start of the season? What are they now currently? What's changed? If you've made this decision to part ways with this manager, then objectives changed from either the start of the season or they changed just now. So what are they? It's a genuine question that I have. What really are the objectives? Because again, it makes no sense if your objectives were at the start of the season to achieve top 4 and to win a trophy. Whether like this tweet that Prime just brought up as well, Carabao Cup success is not a priority. If they win it, great. If they get knocked out by Arsenal, it's not the end of the world. Apparently, cool. You still have a lot of these other trophies and things that you're still competing for, and FA Cup is still attainable. And it was not the end of the world currently at this stage too, considering we just read that tweet as well. So again, I just don't understand why that happened. Sporting directors don't understand why what their whole objective is. Now this is what, the 3 or 4 years, I could be wrong. Chelsea fans could correct me in the chat. 3 or 4 years now into this whole process of Clear Lake and everything, Iqbali and all these guys or whatever. And where are you going now? Where are you going now in this season? Now, what do you do? What's the Strasbourg's manager's objectives coming in now? You're going to give him till the end of the season to try to get results? Have you thrown away the season for him to figure shit out? And then summer is where you back him and do things or get players. I don't know what you do. I couldn't tell you. Generally couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, the actual tweet that Prime put in, you know, if they don't win the Carabao, then what is, I don't get it. Is it top 4? Is it getting in the Champions League? Like, this is what I don't understand, because like the Chelsea I know is about winning the biggest trophies. That's the Chelsea I know, but currently that is not. That definitely is not what they're thinking. It can't be, because how do you, like, if you're bringing in another manager, it doesn't. Who the fuck is he? The only reason I know him is because he used to coach for the Northern Ireland national team and got all his coaching badges with us. That's the only reason I know him. And it doesn't make sense. And I'm sure Prime will come on and tell us more. But
yeah, speak more about this. This is actually a really good point too, and I want to talk about this real quick too before I get Spooby's thoughts on United and other teams. The directors really don't care about winning; they just care about more about their signings succeeding at any cost, profit. And why I talked about this when the whole Garnacho thing was happening, and we were discussing this about Spooby was actually one who was criticizing the left wing signings at that time too, when those signings were being made. At what point do Chelsea become a club where they stop worrying about getting profits on certain players and being able to flip them later and putting them on all these crazy contracts, and actually just think about getting players that elevate them currently at this stage and make them a better team than what they are, what they were before, where they can go and try to achieve that success? Because I think all these things come from success on the pitch and on the field. Eventually, when you become a successful team, all these things you see success in all these other avenues for your club as well. And I think if Chelsea just focused a little bit more on that, rather than trying to, we have Gittins and we have Garnacho, we can flip them if they don't turn out to be good players later on. Why think about the future? Think about the current and like the present, and think about how you can improve currently from what you have in your squad. And that's really what I would say. And the thing is, they fucked it by parting ways with MARESCA now. Now they have to start this whole new thing with a completely new manager who's not an experienced manager, from what I'm hearing as well, who's someone who hasn't had a lot of experience at the top leagues. And who knows, maybe we could be wrong. Maybe it turns out to be a gem. Who knows? But there's also big possibility where he doesn't turn out to be that. And then where do you go from there?
But am I wrong or right? Chelsea fans aren't mad that they got rid of MARESCA. It's just because
some of them are, like, big up to Lewis. Lewis is human. Yeah, Lewis is human. But there's also a lot of them who are not. But
it's more of like the direction of the board. It's not like because MARESCA is such a great manager, like Morello, no MARESCA, like he's an all right manager. Like no one's gonna be like, He hasn't
It's
really
like
proved.
the thing that I respect about those specific group of fans in this situation is that they had this same energy for the directors even before even when Maresca was here, and now that even Maresca is gone, their energy is still the same. It's still towards the directors. So they also understood, kind of understood where the whole situation was and how things were going a certain way. I was watching back again and I was hearing some of like Lewis's points, like them telling Maresca what lineup to pick, all those type of things. Like that's crazy, to be honest. And yeah, I think it came to a point where he just got maybe fed up, and he's like, and there was also a little bit to speak about that too. There's interest from other clubs as well. We heard about the whole Manchester City potentially eyeing up Maresca as a replacement for Guardiola whenever Guardiola leaves. Makes sense because he's been at that club before too.
What?
But yeah,
Sheik, what's your take? What's your take on the? Because I was watching a lot of Lewis's stream over that. I was like for 6 hours. It was
yeah, he streamed for like
oh my
7 hours
God.
almost.
Yeah, I like checked back and he was still streaming. There are some people in the Chelsea fan base that think that it was on that Maresca was tanking games on purpose. Because and the reason why is because why did he get Mendes or George Mendes or Jorge, whatever you welcome Mendes as an agent, and then start doing?
There was a
me
tweet
personally, I don't believe that. I think that's a bit much. But
there was obviously a couple of things. Like there were one thing you can't obviously deny, which if something that they do bring up as an argument, is some of the substitutions that he made in some of these games, like against Bournemouth or not Bournemouth, but specifically against Villa, where he took off Palmer, like against us, where he took off Palmer in the game against Villa. Like some of these substitutions you can't deny and be like, yeah, some of the mistakes, some blame does go to him for how certain results have panned out a certain way. But I also think at the same time, it's like, what more options does he really have, right? In terms of who these players that he's had. In terms of the tanking, there was also reports that he's had interest since October from Manchester City, and it was part of his contract that he was allowed to speak to them. And maybe his mind, or he's been swayed technically, you could say. Maybe, I don't know. I couldn't tell you all the ins and outs about Chelsea Football Club because I'm not a supporter of their club. But some of these things that I've heard have maybe all these things factors put in together have contributed in him also, because he's not been sacked. They've parted ways, which means that there's been mutual consent on they just wanting to leave. But I think there's been things where it's like they've made it a thing where it's like, they made it clear to a certain point, maybe not obviously, but to a certain point where they're like, we don't want you here. He also says, you know what, you don't want me here. I also kind of just don't want to be here because for whatever reason, because of how you guys have treated me. And there's just been a mutual thing then and there. But yeah, it's like when this sporting director is sticking their nose in your business and it's time to move on, when they're making so many of these says, and we know this, we have had conversations on this very same show about managers and how they fall into a situation where you have to kind of be a yes man. And if you're not a yes man, and if things don't go a certain way, and where you can't really ask for too much of your own freedom at these big type of clubs, and with these certain owners who've just come into a club too, this is what the outcome eventually turns out to be honest. I thought this was
knew that when he joined though.
I think he knew that too. And honestly, I'd be so honest to you. Originally, early on in the Ruben Amorim days, I thought Ruben Amorim himself would walk away and come to a situation like this, where he'd be like, because they're not backing him, or because they're not getting him players, and because he's just not getting results left and right, he would kind of want to save his own job and his own reputation, and maybe one day he would just walk away. But that obviously wasn't the case. But it turned out and I kind of still like Spooby said, I kind of applaud him and give him respect for walking away himself. Maybe he knows that a better job is out there eventually. Maybe he knows. Maybe he doesn't want to garnish his or like tarnish his reputation with what's been going on with Chelsea, and he just walked away. I respect that.
Yeah,
Low-key to a certain extent. Big up to H every single time. Shout out to you.
Big up.
Happy New Year too as well, bro. Yeah. Anything else you want to say regarding Chelsea, real quick?
I just want I want questions and answers. I would just I wish Prime and CP were here, and I just they're not here. They're not here for me to ask the hard questions because I don't know. One CP would have to flip flop now and do the whole we're not challenging for anything, which would contradict what you said a couple of months ago. So now CP's flip flopping. CP's flip flopping. Prime was a bit more nuanced, so I'm not gonna go at him, too hard. Me and him had an argument about Poch and MARESCA about who's better. Listen,
Where do you stand on that, Poch and MARESCA? What was the argument about?
I don't think
I think MARESCA is achieving more than Poch, for sure.
Is he better? Is he much better though? Would you be like, he definitely 100% he's better?
Do you think he's better than Emram?
MARESCA?
Yeah.
Currently, yeah.
So
I don't think it's hard to. I don't think that's hard, but
and then
yeah.
Who do you think is better between Poch and Emram?
Poch could consistently win games in the Premier League.
Yeah,
Emram can't.
Yeah, Poch could. To be honest, yeah. I think he's better than Poch. I think he is.
But now it's hindsight kind of thing, because, or not hindsight, but
not
like
even hindsight. I think
recency bias, because Poch, we've seen what Poch happened to Poch at Chelsea.
I think certain things with MARESCA, like Reece James being the most fit that he's ever been in his whole entire career. I think you have to give certain credit to MARESCA for that.
Oh no, there's definitely
certain things
MARESCA
like
is
that. That's why I'm like, overall I could say that I think he's better than Poch. I think he's gotten results in certain games better than Poch. Whether he's developed players, maybe that's a different conversation, because who has he really developed?
Been given
but
the
I
chance.
think certain players have been well under him. Like, I think Cucurella has turned out to be one of the better left backs in the league under MARESCA. I think
definitely
Palmer had his better season under Poch, right? Technically, his best ever season, his first ever season, his best ever season at Chelsea under Poch. He's had a couple of injuries under MARESCA, but he still had good season. I think he had a decent season last year. Other players, yeah, I think overall it's not like he's way better. I'm with you on that. I don't think he's like way better than Poch. I think he's better than Poch. Yeah.
No, I would agree.
Better. Yeah,
I think so. I don't put that it's in relation to Chelsea. The problem might be
honestly, yeah, it is a pointless.
It is pointless.
It is a pointless debate.
It's only relevant to the streams because of previous.
Yeah, the problem is that goes also down to who the people who are making the hirings, who are doing the appointments. It also does eventually go down to them. Why we're having this debate, or we are having this debate, because of these sporting directors making both those hirings. So, which eventually, like, again, you hired Poch for whatever reason, sacked him eventually. You hired MARESCA for whatever reason. I couldn't tell you. I'm asking those questions. And then not got rid of him, but parted ways with him for whatever reason. I couldn't tell you. So, yeah. But we'll go to. I already spoke a little bit about Manchester United. If you want to speak a little bit about that,
do we have to
just land a little bit? I don't know. You don't have to technically if you don't want to. But
no. It's just because it's gonna be the same thing. Like, what? It's kind of the point where I'm not even angry anymore. It's like the energy is.
Yeah, I'm not losing my shit over our club, bro. I'm not over that. I'm over all that energy. But yeah, go on. Floor's yours.
It's more like if I seen us improving in games and I know we could do better, I'd be like getting a bit more irate, getting a bit more angry about it. But now I don't see any improvement for the last couple of years. I mean, you can go back on to even Sheik's channel with the preview and stuff that I think it was me and Flawless on, and we were saying that we still are playing badly. We just have a couple of better attackers, and that's it. We'll pick up maybe a couple more points here and there, but when you get to the foundation of what we're doing, it's still terrible football. Still can't break down teams, and it's just the same thing. Amram can revert back to 4 at the back, 3 at the back, 5 at the back. Who cares? Okay, because the team's still not playing well. It's the same thing. I don't think a system change or switching how many players are playing at the back is going to fix anything. It's still going to be reminiscent of the last years and the years before and how we're playing. And guess what? This is crazy. If your whole team's doing shit, I know this is insane to think about. If your whole team, think about another like job or anything like that. If your whole team's doing shit, who do you go after? The team manager to get to change things up. I know it's silly. I know it's silly that I have to say that, but there's still United fans that are Fergie syndrome. Give him another. Fergie didn't win. Look at the way Fergie done in his first couple of years.
He never had a 30% win rate either. Though.
Yeah. And I'm tired of hearing that. I have like family members. I was over in Ireland, and I have like family members that support United, and they were doing the fucking exact same thing. I wanted to throw my Christmas dinner in their face. I wanted they use like there's normal United fans and like anything else, like they're nice people, but when they go to football, their brains are just like mashed potatoes. They use that Fergie thing, the Fergie syndrome in our club is still there. We always have to keep managers 2 years too long, and then we get rid of them. That's the only thing I could say about Chelsea is at least if they don't like their manager, guess what? He's gone, and the board aren't afraid to do it. They're not afraid to do it. That's probably the only thing that I could give them credit at. But yeah, it's just same old United. Until we get rid of the manager, don't expect anything different. People talking about system changes. Yeah, Leeds are going to give us a hard game. I see United fans, trying to be these tacticals and like, well, you see, he's changing the system and he's getting like 3-4 at the back.
Like, why should he even be given the time to change his system? Why? Like, what is he done here to even be given the opportunity to be allowed to change the system? Why, bro? Rather just sack him, get rid of the season. The season was washed the moment you kept him. It was done the moment you kept him. Go get an interim manager, and then in the summer if we look forward to anything, we look forward to anything, bro. I relax for the rest of the season. I get to watch the rest of the league, even though I think the rest of the league's been terrible. Wait until we get to the rest of the clubs. Like, wait until we get to Spurs. Like, they're picking up results here and there too, but even they've been terrible. Like, the rest of the league is terrible. I get to watch other sports, I guess, and I get to see other leagues, and yeah.
Imagine we use this year to actually improve while other teams are kind of falling down. Your Liverpool, your Spurs, Newcastle aren't there. Villa are just starting to pick up form. You got teams that are just going, we're just going to sit here and do shit. Yeah.
One team, though, which we'll talk about real quick. One team, though, that has been getting wins is Arsenal Football Club. Spoobs, do you think they can win this league? Genuinely,
Arsenal. I think they will.
I said this actually before you answer that. I said this. We'll answer this question real quick. I'm seeing Spurs and United fans say they'd have Maresca as manager. Spooby and Sheik, would you want Maresca to replace Amram? No, I wouldn't.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Give me anyone apart, just anyone else. Fuck Arsenal.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm not even like thinking that Arsenal are going to win because they're just so amazingly brilliant. I just think City aren't really, they're not consistent. They'll draw games here and there, and I think Arsenal are just picking up wins when what games that they they're going to draw this, and then they just win out. They get an own goal. They'll get like shit like that. I just think they're tough to stop, and I hate saying that because I hate Arsenal, but
they can't lose at home. Like, there's a team that hasn't beaten them at home. You did give them, you gave them 3 goals.
Yeah, I just don't think the other teams are there.
A lot left to play. Yeah, but the rest of the teams aren't either that convincing either, including them.
Let's be real. City that we're looking at to come and challenge them, Blue Sharks and all that shit.
Probably the only team that could potentially.
Even they're not looking too good. So they might win it. Shit.
Yeah, that's just really it. It's really down to Arteta. It's really down to him.
Arsenal will turn everything upside down. Hey, BX Gunner, I love the confidence, man. Let's go, BX Gunner. Let's go.
I still think the Carabao Cup semi-final against Chelsea could be tricky, regardless of new manager, this and that, manager balance, all that shit. It's 2 legs. I think it could be tricky. I think the league is still they're in a good position. Semenyo going to City potentially. Mm-hmm. We didn't even talk about that. I think still a lot of football left to play in the league. Still a lot of places that they have to travel to. Still a lot of teams that they have to play. They still have to tackle Champions League football. There's still injuries and all these different things to account for that can still happen in the season, rest of the season. I can't confidently say that they'll win. They're in a good position, but again, we've seen them be in a good position before too, and there's been a different outcome, which we can't always forget either. So we'll see, man. We'll see what does happen. Right now, though, the only thing that we can say is that they're winning games left and right. They're finding a way to get results. Teams that have won leagues in the past have had results like this and performances like this where they've always still found a way to win and get over the line. There's still a lot of football left to be played though. So we'll see. We'll see what happens to them. They travel to Bournemouth in their next game, which could be tricky. Bournemouth, I know they've kind of fallen off. A lot of these teams too that started off the season to a certain level were flying, scoring goals left and right. Teams like Palace, teams like Bournemouth, teams like Brighton, they've kind of fallen off, kind of been found out in the past couple of weeks. So I get leagues all over the place. It really is all over the place, to be honest. But yeah, anything else you want to Arsenal? About Arsenal?
Hey, come on, where's all this doom and gloom? Come on, we have to praise Mikel Arteta. Don's not here, so I'll do it in place of Don and give Arteta his flowers and give Arteta his prop.
Shout out to Trossard as well, the best attacker.
Yeah, Trossard, the best attacker. I've seen Odegaard playing well. Like, listen, like Don, you know, sometimes has to come on this panel and sometimes have to give Arteta his props. Okay. Sometimes. He's not here to do it today, but he will make him do it one day. One day he will come on and he'll have a big smile and he'll say, "I love Arteta," and yeah, all will be right with the world. But no, yeah, Arsenal favourites. City need to step up. I'm hoping Itch is right. Trust is on farm. Hey, whoa, hey, chilling.
Top 3 though. Can't lie. He really is.
Wow,
top 3, you know. Trossard. Back to Trossard. Hey man. It's not a crazy
Sheik, would you want City to win it over Arsenal?
No. Wouldn't want either of them to win it. I would want Villa to win it.
Yeah, but Villa. I don't think Villa have.
I generally wouldn't want either of them to win it. I genuinely wouldn't. Generally.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm so convinced the only reason anything happened against Villa was because Onana went off injured. Yes, they did have a couple of people missing. Kamara was obviously missing as well.
Hey, Matty Cash, bring up.
Matty Cash. Even though he's
been good he's been decent this season. Yeah.
He's had some good performances. He has had some good performances. He has. You can't even lie. He genuinely has. Genuinely. So
back.
But yeah. It's one of those things where it's like a lot of things are still up in the air for every single team. So we'll see. We'll quickly talk about Spurs. I don't know if there is much to talk about. I really don't have a lot to say about Spurs. Spurs are a lost cause too. Absolute lost cause. They're going through their own problems. They're also sitting there not going to probably sack their manager for a while, as long as Frank keeps on picking up some sort of results. They have their own problems too. I couldn't tell you how they play. Genuinely, bro. I couldn't tell you how.
Yeah, I expect Spurs to bring in someone with getting Brennan Johnson out. I expect them to bring in a winger. That's what I see.
He's gone to where?
Was it Crystal Palace?
Crystal Palace, yeah. I'm the biggest Matty Cash hater, even though I can admit he's had a good season so far. Yeah, I think it is Crystal Palace, like 30 million or something like that. I can bring up to it.
Yeah. So, who do they bring in? Oh man, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Who they bring in?
Couldn't tell you. Yeah, Palace for 35 million. I couldn't tell you. Generally couldn't tell you. I don't know. Yeah, you're right though. Who do they bring in? This is a tweet that we got from Tottenham themselves. We've reached agreement with Palace for the transfer of Brennan Johnson. Doesn't say price tag. I could bring up his price tag though. Let's see.
Yeah, I think Sean's right. I think it was 35.
I want to see this, you know.
New challenges, new colours.
I think it's Brennan Johnson.
Game is gone, man. We're seeing shit like this for Brennan Johnson. Oh,
it's fucking Brennan Johnson.
Give it a break. Give it a break, man. Why is the music like so sad and emotional too?
Yeah, it's like
Brennan Johnson takes his first photo after a £33.5 million move completed today. Yep. Fuck off. It's final against us. But yeah,
That's right.
Spurs. I don't have really much to say about Spurs, bro. Generally,
Nah. Just too
Yeah.
inconsistent. Their players again. They don't have the players up front. I mean, Matt Estelle, Colomwani, Richarlison. Just players aren't there where you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, like they're gonna do something here. Good centre backs, but apart from that,
our Palace tried to sell Nketiah to West Ham only for the deal to fall through as he got injured. Yeah, fair. So West Ham been doing some business. They've signed 2 players so far. Been doing some business. Looks like Manchester City are gonna get some business over the line with fucking Semenyo, you know.
yikes.
Yeah. That, kind of poses some questions for them. Who gets the chop from there? He's not gonna play on the right hand side, even though he plays on the right hand side for Bournemouth, right? He's not gonna play over Turkey currently. I think Turkey's been playing well. He's been playing really well. He plays on that left hand side over who?
Maybe he does replace not replace Turkey, but like if you need like a different type of player to come on against a team,
I think he's bench option. I don't think he starts right away. Which is crazy.
He could be, and I think he's one of the best wingers in the league right now. But
currently, yeah, right now, yeah, that's why I'm like, because who plays on the left for them currently?
Oh yeah, like Doku and shit.
Doku's been having an unreal season too.
Yeah.
So does
I mean,
Doku get
he could
dropped
play
for
all
Semenyo?
around. Turkey, again, Turkey's not the fastest, so maybe if you're not getting the.
Me personally, does he get dropped for Turkey? Fuck, dude. I think I rate Turkey. Turkey's a great player.
He's a good player, but if
Would
you need
drop
like a
him for
different type,
Turkey? Would you drop him?
yeah. If I was playing against a certain team and Turkey isn't getting by his guy, or it's just not working out, and you need someone powerful, pace and stuff to come on and get at people, then yeah. But
Savinho,
dropping him,
maybe. Savinho was linked with Spurs before the
I
season.
think I seen Oscar Bob might be going.
Oscar Bob.
I think I seen that.
Maybe McAtee as well was linked to a move away from the club. Some of those guys, those
McAtee,
youngsters, I think, have been linked to a move away from the club. Regardless, it's a good signing for them. Regardless, whether you're getting him as a bench option, whether you're getting him as,
that's a good option, right?
To fucking have. These are good problems to have. Do I play Semenyo as a starter or do I bench him? Because you just have so many good other options in other positions as well.
That's a good problem.
Again, it's a good problem to have. So yeah, regarding that, a lot of stuff happening. We'll see. Transfer windows just opened. Do our clubs do any business? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we do any business. Generally, couldn't tell.
Nothing groundbreaking, though.
Yeah, nothing of note that like improves us or whatever. Nothing of note.
Unless we sell a player. I mean, I've been seeing Xerxes stuff.
Yeah. Manu,
be honest
with the whole Manu stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe he leaves on loan. I'm just like, Manu, please stay. This manager might get sacked. He's probably he won't be here under the season. If you want to go on loan, cool, no problem. Go for it. Put your bread. Just come back.
But like, if you wanna get rid of Xerxes, then bring in like another. But then, fucking hell, I don't trust these guys to replace.
To replace. There's been links with Mateta. We've been eyeing Mateta for a while.
That's one guy I would like to see.
That would be a good signing.
Yeah.
Would help us with goals, I think, a little bit more in our attack. But yeah, we've done an hour. We've talked about pretty much everyone. Haven't we? Yeah, no problem. But we've pretty much talked about everyone. Sell Manu and include a buyback clause? No, I wouldn't even say do that. Don't even put the board in that position to try to get him to come back and sign him. I think just loan him. I would tell this straight to Manu, just, loan, go play. I know you want to play. You're not wrong for saying that. Go play. You're not going to play under this manager. Go play. But this manager might not be here at the end of the season. So just think of that when you're leaving, depending on where you go. You can go win a league title with Napoli, if he ends up going to Napoli. Napoli are currently top of the league there. You can go win a league title with Napoli. Come back in the summer. Manager might not be here. New manager might rate you. Might do the whole clean slate type of shit. And you're a good player. You're a good talent. You might get a chance. And you might get to turn things around if you just stay patient. So it is unfortunate, though. Like, it would suck. If I was Manu, it would suck for me to be in a position like this. Everything goes great. I want to be here. But you not playing me. I also, since I do want to be here, I also do need to. Well, I went top today. Okay. Since I do want to be here, they're in the title race, though, so he would have a chance. He would improve them and help them as well. So yeah, like since you don't want to be here, and I do want to be, or since I do want to be here, but I also have love for the club, but I also need to support my family and myself. I need to go play. So yeah. At your club, Inter. Yeah, fair enough. That's what I'm saying, bro. He'd go and play and start in a lot of teams, you know. He would. He would go and improve a lot of midfield. He would. He's just that talented of a player. He's good, man. He's good. So just sucks his whole situation. It's my fraudulent of a coach who put him in this whole situation in the first place. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, Spooby will be back. We'll do Premier League predictions real quick. Prime, I gotta close out. We'll do just an hour because we did pretty much talk about everything. But if you do join, we'll get your thoughts on whoever you do want to talk about real quick. But Premier League, we literally got games tomorrow. You guys in the chat, big up to you every single time. Happy New Year once and again to every single person who's been part of the Chic TV community. I wish you guys a better year ahead. And thank you guys all for all the support this past year and for all the growth on the channel as well. We hit 1K in 2025 too. Big milestone for all of us. So big up to everyone, man. Thank you guys for all the support this past year. We'll do Premier League predictions real quick. We'll wait for Spooby until he comes back. I'll give mine though. If you guys have any questions in the chat, drop them through. Make sure you guys do run up the likes as well. Let me also know who is currently live. I think Flawless is doing a stream. We can raid him. I'll set up the raid. I think Hassam is live too with the Bajan guys. So we'll do we'll see who we can raid. Yeah, Flawless is live. We'll raid my my girl Flawless. Shout out to Flawless. His birthday's coming up too. I think it's tomorrow or day after. One of the days. I'll check. I'll check on socials. But I think it's one of those days, you know. Flawless's birthday's coming up. I actually got a picture with Flawless. I'm excited to post something for him. A little birthday post for my bro Flawless, man. Shout out to him.
What is that? You walking around the streets of Manchester at 12 at night?
You remember that as well. I sent you guys the
Yeah.
video. Yeah, man. It was cool. It was fire. Walking around with Flawless, you know. Cool. Anything else you want to talk about before we do Premier League predictions?
Nah, the frauds aren't here. Like I need
Really
the fraud. Like I want to argue, you know. I want to argue with CP.
argue.
I want to
Yeah.
argue with Don. Like, but you know these frauds are hiding. You know,
Yeah.
Don. Do you know what? I think Don hides when Arsenal do well. I actually do think that.
It's crazy. He hides when they do
Big
well.
up, big
You would
up,
think
big
he would
up,
hide
Don.
when- Big up, Don T. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel every single time. You would think
No,
he would
it's-
hide
he-
when...
Nah, because if they do bad, he'll be on straight away.
Yeah.
Arteta this, Arteta that. When they win, it's
Yeah.
hmm. I'm just saying.
Little call out from Spooby.
Yeah.
For
Where are these
for
frauds
fellow
at?
brothers. Yeah, for real. But cool. Yeah, big up to everyone. Shout out to you also, Spooks, for showing up every single time.
Yeah, no worries. I was late, bro.
No, all good. Premier League predictions. We'll start off tomorrow. Early fixture, early kickoff for H's team, Villa, going up against Nottingham Forest at home. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Villa win.
3-1 Villa.
3-1 Villa. Cool. After that, we got Brighton versus Burnley. I'm going to go for 1-1.
1-0 Brighton.
1-0 Brighton. Wolves at home to West Ham. Dead fucking game. 0-0. Literally 0-0.
1-0 West Ham.
Actually, no, yeah, 1-0 West Ham. These two strikers they signed, if they're available to play. That prediction will
chilling.
only stand if they're available to play. 1-0 West Ham. And yeah, he thinks
But let's slap up Forest 3-0.
Then we got Bournemouth against Arsenal tomorrow as well. The last game of tomorrow. I'm gonna go for I want Bournemouth to get a result, but I'm gonna say 2-1 Arsenal. Unfortunately.
3-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Next up, early fixture of the Sunday. Unfortunately, it's so fucking early, and I don't want to wake up for it, but I will wake up for it. I'll try to wake up for it. Leeds against Manchester United. Before we do that, though, we do have someone who has joined us, Boobs. I think you will be happy to see this, and I think we'll get his thoughts quickly on Chelsea. That'll give a little hint on who has joined.
Yeah, but it's the sensible Chelsea. Oh no, it's not. Yes, let's go. Hey, CP, how's it going, lad?
Big up, man.
Big up, happy New
Hey,
Year, man.
oh,
Happy New Year.
he's very quiet.
Happy New Year. Who would have thought you would be managerless
Mm,
currently at this moment?
CP. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, fuck this past month. I'm just gonna say that, and many of those
Okay.
Spooby one was
All good.
just
All
this
good, man,
past
no
month
worries.
for Chelsea and just everything. Just
I know it's been pretty bad.
burn
I
this
get it.
month to the ground, bro. Erase it from my memory. But
I get it. It's been pretty
how
bad.
how do
Go
we
on.
go from tying with Arsenal to being 1 win and 7, and then we're firing Maresca, who's won us a trophy, to go for our freaking other club in France with the guy who's in 7th. Like, what the actual, what the is going on? I've never seen so much incompetence. Like, I said this yesterday because I joined Lewis's stream for like 4 minutes. Like, yeah, like the reports what I was seeing yesterday, that's when the club is dead. The club has died for me. Like, as a club I knew, right, in terms of winning, what I grew up with. Like, I feel like we are now the next, we are United. Like, we are you guys now. We are going to be maybe a cup team who's going to constantly get managers. Maybe we might do well. We're going to spend money stupidly and not really do it, not really advance much. We're going to hire and fire managers. The board of directors is shit, but are we going to keep them the entire time? Yes, because why not? Our ownership is dumb, just like you guys. So, I'm just, welcome to the United era, man. Welcome to just going down.
Yeah, but CP, I want to question you. Why did it take you so long to see it? I was telling you this at the start of the season.
What?
When you were like, "Well, we're going to challenge for everything. We're going to get the semifinals of Champions League."
Dude, we literally won stuff, and then we were literally second again. We were second again.
But look at the players, CP. Look at the players.
Yes,
we had another argument about the signings you guys made. I was like, "Where's the Chelsea big name signing?" You were like, "We don't need a big name signing."
No, I didn't say we didn't need one for sure, but I said some of the big names ones we've had in the past 10 years have been shit in specific, right? From Lukaku and so forth, right? The only ones you could say is like Caicedo, who's been the big name in terms of money signing that's worked out. All the other, even Conte was only 30 million, right? Cesc Fabregas was like 23 million for us. You know what I'm saying? No, but at that point, dude, we literally saw João Pedro score bangers. Because you're talking about the beginning of the season. This is when we just won against PSG 3-0, and João Pedro was scoring bangers. Right? Palmer was good. Enzo had just come off his best season in his career. Caicedo was looking amazing. Right? So I was like, okay. And we had the best defense because Colwell was still there. Sanchez was the only thing we were kind of complaining about because we're like, we got Reece is healthy again. We got Cucurella, who's one of the best left backs in the world. So we're like, okay, at least our fallbacks are fine. Our midfield is looking good because Enzo had just scored, like, I think in 2025, by the time the start of December happened, he had the highest GA of any midfielder.
Enzo.
Right? Like Enzo Fernandez, right? So at that point, the midfield was looking good because Caicedo was looking good. We still had Palmer, right, scoring goals and stuff. So it's like, okay. So I thought we were going to push on because literally João Pedro had scored 4 goals in 3 games, right? Like one against PSG, 2 bangers, and another one against Palmeiras. So I was like, okay, because Jackson couldn't score from outside.
Friendly Cup. Go ahead.
But it's not even that. It's Jackson never scored outside the box ever for Chelsea. He's never scored a goal outside the box. So when I'm seeing João Pedro score literally finesse shots outside the box, I'm like, oh my god, we have a different option to get low blocks, right? Because at least now people might have to fear the long shots now because we got a guy with long shots as in striker. But then he fucking turned passive as shit. We got Garnacho, sadly. We also got Gittins, sadly.
But when you signed João Pedro, we all knew that he wasn't like a prolific kind of player, right? He
we thought he was going to be. So he had scored 10 goals, right? 5 were pens, right, for Brighton last season. So we're like, hey, even if he ups that, if he gets us 10 non-penalty goals, that's fine. Because Palmer's going to get, but that's still 5 more goals, right? But he's going to be better with link up play because he was doing better than Jackson at least at that point, right? Because Palmer and Pedro had that connection until Palmer got injured around late September, and then we were without him until basically mid-November.
How many goals has João Pedro got in the Prem this season?
He has 6.
Hmm.
He has 6 goals and 4 assists.
I'll not ask. I'll never quite that because it might not come true. But
What's the other question?
No, don't worry about it. There's another question: is CP? What's your goal now? Do you still hold that the semi-final of the Champions League?
No. You're asking about my hopes or the club's hopes? Because they're
yours. Because I just want to see if you flip-flop or not.
So because we don't have MARESCA and we're getting Rossini, I don't have high expectations. I'm still gonna give him a clean slate in terms of, hey, it's not like it's Benitez joining us, right? Where it's like, you're Liverpool, I hate you. You have to really prove yourself for me to like you, right? You're just another guy in this cog of shittiness in Rossini. Like, I don't think you're awful, but I don't think you're ready yet in your managerial development. As a Chelsea,
you're flip-flopping.
No, as a Chelsea fan, I still want us to beat Arsenal. I don't know if we can because we don't have the same tactical manager who has done well in big games in terms of drawing with Arsenal with 10 men, beating PSG, doing well against Man City, beating Liverpool twice, even last season when they won the league, not even this shitty season, right? So it's like all that stuff. So it's like, we don't have the big game manager. I've never seen Rossini in a big game in terms of for Chelsea, so I can't say how he's going to be, right? I'm hoping he can do something, because if, with that logic, like Arteta won an FA Cup against us in the final, he was new, but he also had a way deadlier striker. So I'm hoping, but I don't think we're getting top 4 now. I personally don't think so. Just because unless the players really down tools for MARESCA at the end and they start performing and we get that new manager bounce that us Chelsea fans have been so used to seeing for the most part in the late 2000s and mid.
Do you think they'll get top 4?
I don't think so.
What? CP, you can't say this. You can't.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't, because and you can't. You can say this, but you have to admit that you flip-flop, because you can't use that. Now that Enzo's gone. Now that Enzo's gone, no. I can just say whatever I want now.
You can call it flip-flopping, but I'm only quote-unquote flip-flopping because the main factor of my flip-flopping just got fired, and the new guy, I've never seen him manage a big club, especially in my club. So I said, if he's tactically good in big games, then sure, I want us to win the beat Arsenal and go for the Carabao Cup. But I've never seen him manage for my side ever, right? He's never managed for a big team. He managed Hull, and then he's managed Strasbourg. So how can I say this? Right?
Listen, but no, the reason is because, yes, Enzo Maresca was a part of the predictions that you made.
It was a large part.
50-50, 64. I mean, he wasn't like 90%. Oh, yeah, we're going to win this because of Maresca.
No, because if you're saying this, with Pochettino, Maresca basically had similar amount of players, like the same amount of players. They both had Jackson, they both had Caicedo, Palmer, Reece, Enzo Fernandez, Cucurella, Colwell, Fofana, most of these players, right? In terms of Poch and Maresca last season. But Maresca got top 4. And he got a trophy. I'm not even talking about the Conference League. I'm talking about the other one. He did his job. He did more than his job, because apparently his job was just to not get. Apparently this season is the season we were supposed to get top 4 by the higher ups. I'm saying by the higher ups, not by me, by the higher ups. So he did better than his job. He got 2 trophies, right? One that we didn't even think we would win because Real Madrid were there, Man City were there, and we were like, we barely scraped top 4, right? Like, we won things being the underdog, but like, not in this era in terms of the Clear Lake ownership. Right? We've never won.
So he won a conference. He won a Conference League, right?
Yeah,
that's
but
what Maresca won.
Yeah, but Conference League, like, we're expected to win that. We're the richest team. We're the best team.
So then how was Maresca such a big factor in your reading this season? Like, oh yes, Maresca is the sole reason that I think we're going to go and win this, that. And then now that Maresca's gone, it's like,
Look,
we have
like,
no
look,
chance to do this.
I can tell you why. So I said that we would try to get second or third, right? That was what I said, because I said Liverpool were going to run away with it, in my opinion. And I said Arsenal will come second. And based on how City had started, I said City would come fourth and we would probably come third, right? So that was kind of my order. I said, but we are expected to win at least a trophy. And at the very least, Maresca has proven to me he can win trophies. I don't know
Who
how
replaces you in top 4?
Huh?
Who replaces you in top 4?
I think Villa does.
Okay.
I think Villa does. Villa were close last season too. They were only like 3 points behind us in the last game week, right? And they're on a 10-game winning streak with a manager that they know. We are literally going to have a new manager again who has no preseason, no nothing. And it's not like it's Tuchel's situation where it's like he still has some pedigree because he's managed Dortmund and PSG. This guy is literally, this is his first big club ever. So I'm saying...
Well, like Maresca.
Huh?
Like Maresca when he joined.
Yeah, but Maresca had a preseason, right? Maresca still technically won the league with Leicester. This guy didn't win the league with Hull. He was 7th with Hull. I know he didn't get much backing with Hull, and that team he did better than expected for Hull City at the time. And same with Strasbourg for last season, but he still didn't win a trophy, right?
I get it.
So I'm just saying,
listen. I just feel like it's a flip flop. But no, I get why, because you're going to use this now as a way to get out of it. I understand that.
I'm just saying I don't know what he could be. If he does well, then I'll be like, okay, great. Maybe the players are down tools with Maresca as well, and maybe you're right, and it was more of a 50-50. Right now, I'm thinking it's a 60-40 or a 65-35 in terms of Maresca, right? But in terms of, I'm saying especially right now because we lost Palmer for like 2 to 3 months this season. Colwell's gone for the entire season. We lost center backs, and we still held, until December period, held second place, beating big teams in Europe, right? So how can I now, like, what can I do now? I have to wait and see. Like, I could still keep the same vim because maybe in 10 we might go on a nice winning run, and I could be like, you know what, the players down to two. You're right.
Oh God, if he does that, you'll be back on the train. You know, you'll be back to the Champions League. You better watch out, Champions League.
But you know what, Spooby? I will give you credit though about one thing. I'll be like, you know what, Spooby, you're right. It was 50-50. It wasn't 65 or 60 Maresca and 40 players. I'll say, you know what, Spooby, you're right. It was the players, because now they're down tools, and now Ross and Year's gotten them back to what they were performing like.
If you had the choice, who would you hire? Like, at reasonable, you can't go out and get anyone, but reasonable.
No, I know. Obviously Glasner is my first choice, but that got shot down right away, like right the fuck away.
I see a lot of Chelsea fans turning their nose up at Areola. Is that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Areola gives me major. Oh my God, Fat Frank. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Like
De Zerbi.
De Zerbi, I think, is slightly overrated.
Okay.
Like he did well in Brighton for a bit. Obviously lost players and fell off. Fair enough, but him being third place with the second best team in the league with the history and backing of Marseille is not impressive to me. You know who's impressive to me? The manager of Lens, who's literally first place right now in Liga. Right, that's an achievement. That's a team that doesn't have as much pedigree as Marseille, doesn't have the money spending as Marseille, and is literally top of the league. That manager is impressing me, right? Like that's something, right? I would love Cesc Fabregas. Like if we could get Cesc, I would love him because he's doing.
He doesn't want to leave, right?
Huh?
He doesn't want to go. Is that? I think I've seen reports.
Yeah. Why would he want to? Why would he? And he's smart about it. He's been smart with how he's chosen to manage because he's been very smart with how he's doing things, and that makes sense. He was a very smart midfielder. So I get it. Why would
do you want to take the Enzo Fernandez thing back? Just while we're here, just while we're talking.
Yeah. So I did tell you that I would give him the the Newcastle and Villa game, right? And he didn't start the Newcastle game, but his 20-minute cameo was shit, and then the Villa game was shit again. So you are correct. I said I would come back, and if he was continuing to be shit, then it's not a fitness issue. It's just he's performing shit issue. So
I don't think he's like a player to me, like a box crusher. I think that's what he is. I think if you try to like get him to do anything else, I don't think he's like he's not physical enough. Pete CP, he's not physical enough in the midfield. He's not like a Caicedo. He's not.
Yeah,
he's
but
not fast. He's not strong. He's not.
It's a weird thing of like once in a while we will play him deep midfielder, right? Because we might do like a Palmer at the 10, Esteval and stuff, and he'll be the deep line playmaker. Like I've seen it sometimes, and he'll do well, right? And that's when we're like, oh, we're getting the Potter Fernandez back, right? But then we push him back into box crashing, and then he gets us the GNA at least last season and a bit this season. But then his performance hasn't shit, right?
Yeah.
It's very like the box crashing and the GNA are very Bruno Fernandes-esque, right?
Yeah.
Like GNA masking shit performances, right? So that's what it's doing. That's what it's doing right now.
Hey, what do you think, Sheik?
About what?
Hey, just what CP was saying there. I just I think he should be labeled a flip flopper, in my opinion. If I could name his panel, if I could change his name on this panel, it'd be CP flip flopper.
Right. But we need to work on this. ChatGPT this later. No, I'm just saying that.
I know,
but we gotta incorporate it in a better way. We gotta incorporate the word flip flop in a better way than CP.
Yeah. See, I'm not smart. I just listen to people's football takes, and if you want jokes and stuff like that. I
get what he means. It could be, I get what he means.
Just ChatGPT, man. Just ChatGPT it, man.
No, we can't do it. Wait till Mdinero's on, or Dawn or something. Yeah. They'll come up with it. Or anyone in the chat, if you want to join in, it's free range here. To get on.
I know Joel's.
Yeah, CP, he's had a bad year, and we hope it gets better. But like, if you want to, join in on the misery, just come on, come up with your names. But no, I wish I actually think CP and Prime, from what I heard, what Prime was saying on Lewis's channel, I think they disagree in certain points.
Oh, okay.
I'd love to hear Prime's response to CP.
What has he been saying? I've been in and out.
Well, Prime's. I think Prime, director wise, is on your level. I don't know, manager wise, you wanted Fabregas. I'm not sure what I heard Prime say about that. But there's one thing that Prime needs to stop, and it's the Chalobah stuff. I don't care about Chalobah.
But that shit.
Yeah, I don't. We all know his shit. It's like me beating up. It's like me beating up on someone in our team. It's like, we know his shit, so why just keep?
Yeah, and I get it, and I don't. Right? Like, yes, he should defensively, and that's how we're conceding. But our other problem has also been scoring goals recently, right? That's what we've been complaining about. Is or maybe the players at the where the ball goes to is a shit player, right? Like, especially the past 4 games, Garnacho's been getting a lot of freedom in terms of he was getting one-on-one chances, right? In terms of the ball's getting to him, right? So maybe he's in the right position, good for him in that aspect. Or the opposition is making sure he's free because he's the least threatening in that attack. And it makes sense because he's been dog shit, right? So why aren't we it's, I don't know, Chalobah's kind of now punching a 2% better Garnacho. That's what we're doing. We already know Garnacho shit. Why are we complaining about Chalobah still? We know he's mid.
Yeah.
One free from our academy, similar to how.
Hey, Prime, not you called out. Prime, you better get on here. Don't let him say that about you. Okay.
We have it's like we have Garnacho in attack and Garnacho at the back, same shit. Bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It shows Chelsea's a very left-sided team. Yeah, I agree. Garnacho can't do it all on his own.
No, left side. We're already right-sided heavy team because Esteval plays on the right. Palmer is right-sided, right, in terms of good players, right? Caicedo is mostly middle right because Enzo's box crashing on the left. Reece James is on the right. Fofana's on the right. Right, Colwell's not there on the left, but Kukurela's only the only consistent good left-sided player, right? Because Chalobah's in as a left center back because Colwell's been injured the entire season. Enzo, we just talked about being mid, and then we have fucking Garnacho and Gittins.
Hey, and Delap too. Remember you were bantering us about losing out to him. Hey, but listen, it's a crucial time for Chelsea fans. You know, I'm gonna start. I need to write down shit that people say because
Yeah.
what if Rosenor like starts going on a run? Oh my god, it's gonna be insane. Matisse at the wheel.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm telling you, that's gonna happen. The second, dude, that's what happens with every
Yep.
manager. What I mean is when Poch was shit for most of the season, right? Then he had a 5-game winning streak at the end of the season. That's when the fan base was like, oh, like that's where we had the split, right? Where 50% of the fan base was like, he's still shit, fire him, and then 50% like, oh, he's turning it around, right? Same with Enzo Maresca. Remember how we had this period from December to almost Feb because we lost all our strikers as well, where we were dog shit, and then we won 8 out of 12 games, right? And that's when everyone's like, oh, Maresca's kind of the guy. Then we won the Conference League and the Club World Cup. So we're like, then we fully backed him, right? So the second it's like when you guys got Solskjaer, right? The second you go out on a 5-game winning streak, oh, this is the guy with all the answers.
Yeah, but no, but whoa. There was a difference a wee bit.
Hmm?
I mean, when Solskjaer went on that run, we weren't like, we're going to win this, we're going to win that. And just to issue in
No,
the chat,
but we said we were going to win the cup. I mean, like a cup in terms of domestically. That's all we said. And top 4.
nah, semi-Champions League, you thought you could actually win the Champions League. I know you did. When you were saying that about the
No, I
semis and stuff,
said we could do
I know
semis.
you were like, oh,
No,
there's
you're right.
a hint of
No, Spooby.
CP that thinks he
Yeah,
can
Spooby,
actually
you're
win it.
correct. No, Spooby, I'm saying you're correct. I'm saying if we reach the semifinal, that means we're one of 4 teams. So I'm expecting there was a decent chance of winning. I agree with you.
Yeah, and Itch in the chat, he says, nah, during the game, Garner sees the ball way more than Neto. Hey, Itch, give the ball to your best player. You know what I'm saying?
I hear
You see us
Um,
winning.
oh,
everyone.
See us winning what?
no,
Hmm?
I'm talking about CP said about
No,
the Champions.
no. CP said one of 4 teams to win what?
No, in terms of I was expecting us to, with Maresca, be in the semifinals of the Champions League, right? So we would be one of 4 teams in terms of having a chance to win the Champions League at that point, right? Because that's what semifinals are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that would mean if I'm expecting us to be in the semifinal, that we have a decent, pretty good chance of winning the Champions League.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I said that, like, I believe we can win it. Like, I said, if we get to a semi-final, then I'll back us to win it. But I also said I can see us getting knocked out in a round of 16 to like a Leverkusen or a Porto or something stupid like that, because that's
Well,
just
that's gonna happen for
Hold
sure
on.
with Wilson, yeah. So
yeah. But yeah, what's
Back
up,
your
people?
manager.
No, I was saying this
Hey.
with Maresca.
What's up,
No,
Brian?
I'm just
New
in
Year.
CP. You just get knocked out.
Oh,
No,
okay,
back
yeah,
your-
yeah. Well,
Hey, Prime. I know.
Floor's yours.
I want to hear what Prime has
Talk
to
about
say.
Chelsea real
Also-
quick. I do gotta
also,
close out. in, like,
I was
15,
listening to you
20
guys
minutes.
when you were saying that I should about the Chalobah stuff, bro. I haven't spoken like you guys. I haven't gotten onto Chalobah in the last maybe month or 2.
A couple of weeks.
No, it's been longer than that, because when we
Oh,
played
come on. It's not been longer than that.
No, because when we played Barcelona, I praised Chalobah. I said he was our best centre back. I said he's the best centre back on the pitch. I said this on here. Well, no, it wasn't here. I said this on Mike's channel when we had the show. So it's on there for evidence. I said this also on Lewis's channel. It's on there. When we played Arsenal, I got onto what's his name, Fofana, for the goal we conceded, that he had to do better. Everyone kept gassing Fofana for the run of games that we had, and I said, I haven't seen anything great to gas you up for. So as much as like I don't, and I even said on Lewis's channel yesterday, because Gestures came on and was like onto Chalobah, and I even said, bro, I hate Chalobah with every fiber of my being, but like he's actually been performing more than Fofana has this season. But regardless, I'd still get rid of all the centre backs because I don't rate them. But yeah, in terms of what's going on, you guys that want Maresca sacked, you've got what you want. So congratulations. Like, this is what you wanted. You thought sacking Maresca would mean we're gonna get this world-class manager with supposed standards. What standards? Like, we're not. What type of club do you guys think that we are? Like, what we like? Everyone crashes on Maresca for being a championship manager. Why did you like? We went for this championship manager in the first place. Why did you think there was going to be a difference? Why? The one good thing of semblance with this structure was they fluked on Maresca. Why did you think there was going to be a change? I like Rosen there. I think he's actually a good coach. but he shouldn't be at Chelsea right now. No, it's way, way too early to be at Chelsea right now. It was too early for Maresca to even be at Chelsea himself, but he ended up like actually being good. And yes, there are like problems I personally have with Maresca, certain tactical things. I just don't like the inverted fullback thing in general. I think it's just like weird. I don't like the fact that our strikers, we can't get a volume of goals from them. However, the strikers that we've signed in the last, 2-3 years or whatever, the best one is Jackson, and he's not even good enough. So what does that say there? We spent in the summer, we spent under 100 million on strikers and left wingers, and we haven't upgraded on last season. So all this stuff about it's just the manager. Are there certain things that, like, if we had a more experienced coach, could we have gotten more points this season just on that alone? Yes, of course, obviously. But we were never going to replace Maresca with a better coach, a more experienced coach. Everyone's saying Glasner. Listen, I rate Glasner highly. I think he's brilliant. Glasner's not a world-class manager. So all this thing about Chelsea standards, if you want Glasner, where are your standards? Why do you want Glasner? He's not world-class. But regardless, Glasner was never going to take the job.
CP.
This guy's... That's not directed at CP, but whatever, Spooby.
CP wanted Glasner.
Yeah, but what I said is not directed at CP.
Well,
Why are you shit?
We did.
Shut up. Anyways, what am I saying? Yeah, like these guys were Glasner's was beefing with Palace in the summer, talking about if you sell Guehi, I'll walk, I'll leave. Like, why did you guys think that he would come to Chelsea and have to deal with the same shit here? Why did you think that? Why did you think it would be much of a difference? Like, the thing is, I feel bad for Rossinier because, bro, when Maresca spoke out when Colwell got injured, I said then, if you keep speaking now, they'll sack you. I thought it would be towards like they'd give him the season, but these guys have taken advantage of like our quote unquote poor run to get rid. I don't buy into this thing of like, oh, he walked or whatever, or his mutual consent. I don't care. I'm gonna still say he was sacked, just like I said with Poch, he was sacked. And Poch, a guy who, listen, there's a space in hell, there's a special place in hell reserved for Poch. But one thing he was right about, we needed experience, quality experience in this team. Bro, even Lampard said it. We've had 3 managers now that have spoken on the team and what we actually need, and they've ignored all of it because apparently they know everything. But yeah, you Chelsea fans, you back this. You guys can't complain about our signings when you backed it in the summer. You guys were happy with the lap. I wanted Osimhen. You guys told me the lap's the next Harry Kane. Spooby, or Sheiks, the lap's your boy as well, by the way. You wanted him at United. So you guys said the lap's this amazing guy. Well, the lap's a thug fighting with people for a living.
Wrestler.
That's all he is. I wanted, listen, even though Sanchez, you can say he's been good this season. I don't care. I wanted a significant upgrade. I wanted Donnarumma. He went to Man City. Chelsea fans are telling me Sanchez is better than Donnarumma. And he's one of the best out there. Cool. Magnon, who was available on the cheap, we were trying to haggle down his price. He won the Club World Cup. And regardless of what rival fans who did not compete in the Club World Cup want to think and call it a preseason trophy or whatever, I don't care what you fans think. When I look at the football world, the players, the managers, they all took that competition seriously that we played against. Man City and Pep took it seriously. Real Madrid and what's his name? Alonso took it seriously. They all tried to win it. We ended up winning it amazing. There's a whole celebration. We're champions of the world. Gold badge for 4 years. All well and good. You got this influx of money, and what did you spend it on? Gittins, Garnacho, João Pedro, the lap. The Gittins signing, to be fair, like I even said on here, profile-wise, he suits us. I thought he'd be better. However, I also wanted to have a starting, like an experienced, established starting left winger. Gittins shouldn't be a starter in this team. Garnacho shouldn't be a starter in this team. The lap shouldn't be a starter in this team. João Pedro shouldn't be a starter in this team. You spent all this money on all these areas and positions, and we didn't even bother buying a center back. Before Colwell even got injured, we didn't bother buying a center back. We tried to get Hoyson. He went to Real Madrid. and we didn't attempt anyone else. And as much as I also agree, Maresca, there's certain areas where he should have used the squad better. So it's not as if Maresca's like per se like faultless and blameless in games this season. There's games where I have like spoken on him and criticized and stuff. Yes, obviously. But the reason why I have no real anger towards Maresca is what the people expect from a young, inexperienced manager. You're going to get stupid mistakes and decisions that he's going to make. It's going to happen. Just like with young players, you're going to get stupid decisions and mistakes in game that they're going to make. That's just going to happen. So what do you expect when you have like young, inexperienced players being led by young, inexperienced manager, being led by two stupid sporting directors, being led by an owner that knows nothing about football? All they care about is this money ball method of let's be like Brighton and buy young players to churn for profit. But in order to churn them out for profit, you actually have to do well. Because these guys are trying to capitalize off of the name of Chelsea and us being a big club. Bro, you've been here this is your 4th season here. We still don't have a front of shirt sponsor. We are Chelsea Football Club. We are the biggest club in London. We've won the most trophies this century in England. We don't have a front of shirt sponsor. We are quote unquote champions of the world, and we don't have a front of shirt sponsor. So
Prime, they're tanking games on purpose. Prime.
I don't believe Maresca is tanking games on purpose.
Yeah, that's a bit far fetched, isn't it?
Like the thing is, I get Maresca being angry. Like after the window ended for the first month and stuff, whatever, you're angry. But I said after a month in, Maresca, like regardless of what happened this summer, you just have to buckle down and start like coaching. And he was doing that, and he was trying. But then he went through a little bit of a dip, and people can blame the dip in December on Maresca, which is fine. And it happened last year on Maresca, fine. But the year before when we had that dip, actually to be fair, the whole half of the season was shit, was Poch, so that doesn't count. When we had that dip with Lampard when he was manager, with Tuchel when he was manager, we had that dip with Sarri when he was manager, we had that dip at Conte in 17-18 when he was manager. Who do we blame that on then? This thing with Chelsea where we dip in December because we don't squad build properly. We've not built a proper squad to actually compete for the league since we last won it in 16-17. The squad building's been poor, but you guys, you Chelsea fans, will accept this because you'll gas up these signings, which is great. You'll gas up the mid players that are in this squad, which is great. But then you guys will want to say we should be competing and winning the league, but yet you don't think the manager is good enough, and he's a championship manager. So how does that then all make sense? You have people like Don in this fan base, Chelsea Don, by the way, not Dauncey. Even though Dauncey doesn't back Arteta, but he's happy what's happening at Arsenal, so make that make sense. But you have Chelsea Don, who will be talking about how he rates Garnacho, he rates the lap, he doesn't deem Osimhen worth the price for us to get. He rates Sanchez and all this stuff. Fofana is comparable to Gabriel at Arsenal. He'll say all this bullshit, but then when things aren't working out right now, then you'll want to complain and be like, "Oh well, I told you the 11's not good enough." But yet we have the best squad. We have this best squad depth in the league. You said all this bullshit. All these fans say. I'm seeing Chelsea fans. They're all getting onto Lewis the past few days, right? Which is fine. Cool, I get it. Lewis also said we were in a title race up until the last few weeks or whatever. Lewis is doing it's been 30 days since we were champions of the world game. I get it. Get on to Lewis. Cool. But I see the things out there. Chelsea content creators, I see what you guys do. You guys do the same gimmicks and the same stuff Lewis does, but Lewis is the bigger guy. So he's going to get the attention and he'll get the slander. Cool. But CB, when you want to get onto Lewis, but you're the same guy, when we won the Club World Cup in the stadium, you were crying and saying, we have our Chelsea back. We've made Chelsea great again. You went into this season and said we're competing for the title. You said last season we're competing for the title. Don, you said last season or in the summer last season that we're competing for the title. So you can't say all this big shit and then want to flip when it's not working out. At least with me, when we won the Club World Cup, I said, "Yo, get me my big signings, right, to carry us up the level to at least compete." But when I saw how the window ended and we didn't do enough to strengthen, and I saw Arsenal, Liverpool, and City strengthen, I said, "We're not going to compete. We'll just finish third." And then when I saw us lose to Man United, I dropped that back down to fourth. And now it looks like we're in a top 4 battle, something I don't want to be in again. So at least I can admit things that when I got wrong. I said to Spooby, did I not say like a month ago to you, the getting stuff, I was wrong when it comes to him and Garnacho or Sancho or whatever. It's all ass regardless. It's all ass. We've not improved on the wingers, on the left wingers. We've not improved on the striker. The whole Jackson that everyone says isn't good, fine. What have we improved on? What have we improved on? We haven't. The Lap's a thug, and João Pedro is a false 9. Something he was at Brighton. So why is he going to get double-digit goals for us or 20 goals or whatever? Where's the real improvement? There's apparently plans for a protest before we play Brentford at home.
Yeah.
Or not Brentford, Brighton. No, Brentford, sorry, at home.
Brentford, 17th of Jan.
Yeah, which, awesome, but there's a protest last year, and that looked like an EDL rally. And
but I think Prime, this one. No, but Prime, I think this one's slightly different because that
I know it's this. I know, and you know what? I do want to go to this one. I will go.
I'll go for this one.
Yeah, what show?
Listen, no one's gonna touch me, bro. No, I will actually go to this one. However, I just did. Will this fan base actually be consistent? Because if Rosenier comes in, we win a few games, we beat Arsenal. Who's gonna care? Who's gonna care?
Yeah, right now we are doing some basic shit. Like I know the ticket sales for the Arsenal game are like plummeting in terms of like there's lots of space. The protest, I have a bit more hope on this because first there's a clear memoranda, and it's by the Chelsea pitch owners themselves.
Yeah.
Right. So these are actually people of
pitch owners.
Yeah, and it's being backed by big content creators like CB Lewis.
So the pitch owners are literally if this club, the Blue Co wanted to move stadiums, they couldn't be called Chelsea. So if we're talking about authority, this is the best authority we fans can have.
Chelsea don't own their stadium.
No, the
fans own it. The fans own the pitch, and the pitch is the only thing that's allowed to be called Chelsea Football Club in a sense. So if the owners move to a different stadium without the pitch owners consenting, they can't be called Chelsea.
Jesus.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying. So this is the best authority that us fans can have, fully going for it. They also have last year's protest. There were people protesting for 500 different reasons. Right, there wasn't one clear voice. The pitch owners put a clear 1-page memoranda of what it is. They said one club, one voice, and they put in bullet points, 4 key things. So now we've concised everything to 4 key points. I like the phrase of one voice, one club. That's how it should be. If we're gonna do this, I agree with Prime. I'm still skeptical about the long haul, but at least this is more structured. This is now the highest power that our fans can have in terms of pitch owners. So at least that's at least something progress. Another thing is like, I was saying this last week, and I think Prime was part of that in terms of Lewis's stream when I was there for a short bit. In terms of like, I was like, why do you guys want MARESCA fired in terms of this? We criticize this ownership for being what? Incompetent. And you're expecting, because each one of these guys was like, hey, if we fire MARESCA, they'll have to fire the sporting directors. But I'm like, so you're asking the incompetent ownership to make a competent choice in firing the directors when they fire MARESCA. How does this make sense?
Yeah, they just stick to the same model.
Because the base level is we think they're incompetent. So if they're incompetent, they're going to continue making incompetent decisions. How are you all of a sudden thinking that just because they fire MARESCA, they're going to make a competent decision and fire the sporting directors? And I said, and who are we going to freaking get as manager? No one has great pedigree. And what are we left with? We're getting Strasbourg's manager.
Bro, you have managers you have these low-tier managers rejecting us. How embarrassing that is. Because they don't want to be part of this model. I was listening to the Terrace earlier today, and Terry was cooking Don for flip-flopping and stuff. And Don was talking about so there was a point made about, oh, we should have got Campos and stuff. If we got Campos wouldn't be signing these Garnacho and getting these guys. This ownership would never hire someone like Campos.
Yeah.
Do you remember early when was it the first season? Remember we got Christian Vivell?
Yeah.
And he left a few months later. And then there was reports being spread out about how he's making things difficult or whatever.
Yeah.
There was negative PR being said about Vivell. Like, bro, like these guys just want people that are going to fall in line. Last year, people were calling Maresca a yes man. But now that Maresca is actually trying to fight to make the team better, now all of a sudden, like Maresca, now all of a sudden people are saying, oh, Maresca is sabotaging us and doing this, whatever. Cool. Now you've got Rosenier. My thing with Rosenier is, like, bro, you guys know what Chelsea fans are like, and Rosenier is black. Like, this mix is not going to work.
I wasn't
you
even
guys
gonna
are laughing, but the proper Chelsea. If we get, because I put in the chat a bit earlier. I don't know if you're on CP or if you know about this. There's did you see the tweet from Pies that said the semi-final against Arsenal, that it's not like important?
Yeah,
If we get smoked against Arsenal, the words are gonna start flying against.
I know that.
What words?
We all know which words. Anyways,
I can't say the words on Sheik's channel.
So Spooby, when I was referring to, I said this on Lewis's chat when I was, Lewis's stream when I was there for like 4 minutes yesterday. I said the main reason I'm saying the club died is not because Maresca got fired, is when I saw that specific line. When I saw that line that they do not care about us winning the Carabao Cup, no, in specific, they don't care about us trying to beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. I'm like, that's a rival and that's a cup. How are you not caring?
You don't.
The biggest trophy, but my mentality and all us Chelsea fans' mentality is whatever cup competition we're in, we want to win. We're not like Arsenal fans where we diminish the Carabao Cup. We have to say the FA Cup is great because we have this history with the FA Cup. We want to win every cup that we're in, right? Even you could say the Club World Cup is a Mickey Mouse trophy, but we still want to win it because we want to win every cup. That's what we're used to.
It's such a contrast to the last ownership we had. With Roman, the Carabao was the first trophy we won.
We ever won, like literally everyone with Mourinho.
Now, it's like they they don't care. Like, it's not only a semi-final of the competition
against Arsenal.
We've not won a domestic since 2018.
Yep.
Funny enough, actually, it was the FA Cup, to be fair. We've not won a domestic since 2018, and this semi-final is against Arsenal,
who we lost the final to in an FA Cup in 2020. That which literally gave Arteta his career.
Yeah, you can't turn your nose up to it.
We could be handing them a potential trophy, maybe a potential double if they win the league. Like, when they sacked when this ownership sacked Tuchel, I said on Sarcasm City, this is the death of Chelsea, and people thought I was going too far, bro. Like, we're dying slowly.
Yeah, it's officially dead. No, you know what I said? Prime, you know what I said? If you heard earlier in the stream, I said we are the new United.
Yeah, well, Nick Trophy's
in my opinion, I thought a couple of years ago, I thought you were us. I mean, it hasn't changed for me.
But the thing is, right, we had actually a good coach with some sort of, but now it's like, if we have a good coach, we'll nick trophies here and there, but they'll be like Europa League, Conference League, maybe an FA or Carabao, but we.
Oh yeah. When I said that, I didn't mean like in terms of football, like put the players you have. I mean in the board direction, kind of.
Oh, that bullshit. Yeah. Like, bro, and it's and the thing is, for people that keep saying Bowley, it's not Bowley. Bowley's not had any say on Chelsea on the pitch since that first summer we had. Since January, we bought Enzo and all them, man. That wasn't Bowley in charge. Stop saying Bowley. It's Egg Bowley. And I said when we sacked Poch, the next guy has to work. And if he fails, I don't care about the manager. It's on the sporting directors, and it's on Bowley. It's on Egbali and this Clear Lake Blue Co consortium. It's on you guys. And the thing is, we can't even get rid of them because of the 10-year contract they signed. We can't get rid. So my only hope is try and change the model. Or if you won't even change the model, at least get me a competent coach that can, I don't know, consistently get me top 4 on winning trophies or something. Like that is at least, listen, regardless of what you think of Maresca, right? At least he was doing the bare minimum. You can say it's not good enough for Chelsea standard. I understand that, you're right. But it was the bare minimum. Pochettino couldn't do the bare minimum. Pochettino would not have won that Conference League. He wouldn't have. He would not have won that Conference League. And no way in hell he's winning that Club World Cup. No way in hell he would have got us top 4 last year running we had. But it's just whatever, man. It is what it is. And H says maybe Dan Bridge was right. Speaking of Dan Bridge, hey, you know this guy that backs every Chelsea manager. I've seen your tweets. You're gonna back Liam Rosenier, really? You're gonna back him? Well done. Good on you. Good on you. Good on you. Back Rosenier. Don't back the guy that's won a few trophies though. Back Liam Rosenier. No experience. No experience. Bro, Chelsea. Bro, the people that won the Maresca gone are praising Liam Rosenier for when he was at Hull for beating Leicester in the Championship when Maresca was in charge of Leicester. But Maresca doesn't get credit when he beat PSG, who at that point were the best team in the world. It doesn't work that way, no? Awesome.
I just think it's crazy.
Let's see how it works.
Last year you had Maresca. This year, quite literally, managerless.
Let's see how it works.
And then Liam Rosenier.
Yeah, he's taking these and the City game that we're playing.
I got this.
Liam Rosenier.
What the fuck? Oh, okay. And wow. And
you don't know what it is.
I got this. I got this. I got this.
No. I know what the fa is, but I don't know the actual clip of the I got this. But yeah, we're listen. Hey. Listen, I'm gonna go to the protest because one, CP said, there's an actual clear message and stuff. It's being backed by Chelsea fans I actually respect, like Lewis and CP and stuff like that. So I'll go. But hey, I'm also intrigued. I'm gonna go because partly I'm backing it, partly I'm also intrigued, bro. So hey, is what it is. Listen, I haven't. Big up, Grim. I've not watched Chelsea since the Cardiff.
Yeah,
game. I've told you guys. I've been on AFCON vibes, bro. Nigeria, we've got 3 from 3 in the group, 9 points. I should be chilling, watching my country, and I'm getting dragged into Chelsea bullshit, bro.
Prime, you know what sucks the most? So I don't know if you know Peter from Sarcasm City and also Casually FC, and then also Marshall from Casually are literally flying to London to see one of. It wasn't supposed to be, but now it's going to be one of Rossinior's first games as manager.
Wait,
man, I went to see.
They're flying to London. They're flying to London.
They're going to be here for the January. You know?
They're flying to London in January. I think mid-January. Their plan was to watch the easier fixture games, right, for Maresca and see the team. This is going to be the first time seeing Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Imagine
we already changed
the
picture.
And Prime, they didn't plan this recently. They planned this shit months in advance.
No, I know.
I feel so sorry for them. I feel so sorry.
Are they going to be here for the Brentford game? They can protest.
I don't know if it's the Brentford one. I don't. You can ask them specifically, but I remember him saying it was the middle of January, so it could be.
Also,
Brentford.
This Rosenier move because has been in the works all season. By the way. CP, remember the summer window ended.
Look at that badge he's wearing.
He's Northern Irish?
No,
nah, he taught my nation. He taught my nation how to play
assistant coach. Was he your assistant coach, right?
Yeah, and he also gave all our coaches badges. He was the teacher, you know. Liam taught our coaches
Bro,
how to manage, you know.
I saw a tweet
Yes.
online. I saw a tweet on Twitter. Good fucking luck with Liam, man. That's all I'm saying. I saw a tweet on Twitter where apparently he said that back then when we had Pogba, that players like Paul Pogba, why they won't work at Manchester United.
Wait, no. Watch the actual video. The video actually explains it.
Oh,
He didn't
well,
say it.
I read the headline enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said watch the video. But no, yeah, with you do know this has been in the works all season. CP, the window ended, right? And a few weeks later, we had signed a mega from Strasbourg.
Yeah.
We've been linked, and after that signing, we were linked to Diego Moreira. We're linked to Valentin Barco. This has been in the works for him to take the job. The thing is, like, whatever, man. Cool. Is what it is. This is what you guys wanted, right? Cool. Now go back the black Chelsea manager. Go back him. Cool. Back the guy. Back the guy. Cool.
Fair enough.
That's all I want to say before I get the channel cancelled.
No, yeah, please don't get the channel canceled. Since you guys are here though, I'll ask you guys some of the Premier League predictions we already did. Before we close out, the first game, Prime and CP, Villa and Forest. Villa at home. Early kickoff tomorrow.
2-0 Villa. Prime.
Fair enough.
Villa versus Forest.
Forest, yeah.
1-0 Villa.
1-0 Villa. Cool. Then it's Brighton and Burnley. Brighton at home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Easy 2-0. No, 3-0. 3-0.
Brighton?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we got Wolves and West Ham. Wolves at home.
So,
Shout out to Football Carnage as well. We just got
2-1
single
Wolves. 2-1 Wolves.
Is that going to be Wolves' first win of the season?
No way. I'm saying.
That would be Wolves' first one of the season.
Oh, Mike, you better not do this, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It
You
would
know,
be
I
Wolves', yeah.
I thought Wolves were going to win at OT. I said that for like 2 months. They'd win at OT and they didn't. So,
I wanna-
yeah, Mike's long day. 3-1 Wolves. Yeah, long day.
Hey, big up Football Carnage. Big up that.
Yeah, shout out to Football Carnage. Shout out to Wolf for the raid. Big up every single time. Make sure you guys do subscribe. If you're watching on my channel, make sure you guys go subscribe to the Football Carnage as well, man. Support everyone. Next up, we have Bournemouth and Arsenal. CPM.
Bournemouth v Arsenal.
Yeah, Bournemouth at home.
Semenyo's last game. 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1
3-0 Arsenal.
3-0 Arsenal. Cool. Next we have. Well, we didn't actually do this, so this is where we're all at. So Spooby are included as well. Leeds versus Manchester United.
Well, you guys have to win.
0-0.
won't win.
0-0.
I know. There's a 0-0, but
0-0.
fine.
I can't predict.
I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2.
1-1.
Okay.
Leeds versus
Prime.
United.
Leeds.
I'm
Yeah,
on
at
tax.
home.
Mm.
2-0 H to Leeds, yeah.
Did you guys win your last game?
No, we drew to Wolves. We couldn't beat
And,
Wolves.
and before that?
We beat Newcastle.
Oh.
Which I remember we all predicted Newcastle would win. I'm pretty sure. I remember.
Oh, so you beat Newcastle, you drew to Wolves. Hey, lost pending then.
Yeah, inconsistency. Kings of inconsistency. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
And wait, Bruno's injured.
Nice score. Brace. Yeah, Bruno's injured. Yeah.
2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds. Fair enough. Next we have Fulham at home to Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool.
Hmm.
2-2.
Against who?
Fulham and Liverpool.
Oh.
Craven Cottage.
Oh.
2-2.
2-1 Liverpool.
I'm going 2-0 Liverpool.
2-0 Liverpool. Cool. Next we have Spurs at home to Sunderland. I'm going for 1-0 Sunderland.
Oh.
2-0 Sunderland.
I'm going 2-1 Sunderland.
And all of us Sunderland. Prime.
3-1 Sunderland.
All of us saying Sunderland first. Everton at home to Brentford after that. Everton actually 1-1. Yeah, say 1.
Everton 2-0.
Common sense, say big up. 2-0 Sunderland.
Big up,
Everton,
Common.
sorry. What did you say? Sorry, so I cut you off.
2-0 Everton.
2-0. Cool.
2-2.
What are you saying, TP?
Yeah, 2-2.
2-2. Cool. Next we have Crystal Palace away from home against Newcastle United at St. James's Park. 1-0 Newcastle.
How Crystal Palace been doing? They're
dropping points.
Yeah.
I don't know if Joe Linton's back either.
2-0 Newcastle.
1-1.
1-1.
2-1 Newcastle.
2-1 Newcastle. Cool. Last game of the week. It's a tough one for you guys too, I'm not gonna lie. Manchester City at home to Chelsea on the Sunday.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Oh man. 2-0.
Is Liam gonna be there?
Is he gonna be
No,
there?
it's not. You know who it is? It's like freaking
Who is it?
third
Oh, it's
choice.
Willie,
man.
it's Willie
Callum McFarlane. I got a guy. I got a friend called Callum McFarlane.
Caballero.
No, it's
Nah.
not because Caballero is going away with Maresca. He's not.
It's
he's
Callum
not-
McFarlane.
It's Farland. Yeah.
Oh.
I got a friend called Callum McFarlane. Big up Callum McFarlane.
4-1
What a
says
guy.
H. Common sense says 5-0 to City.
Why
I'll
is
say
that-
modest. I think City win modest. I'd say 2-0. 2-0 to City.
What?
Yeah.
No, we're getting done. We're 4-0. We're not scoring a goal, buddy. We're getting dealt with.
You know,
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't say you're
say
scoring goal. I just said 2-0.
Belt to ass. No, someone said 4. Didn't someone say 5-1 or 4-1? I thought I heard
Someone
1.
said 4-1. H said 4-1.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, bro. We're not scoring a goal.
2-1 Chelsea. 2-1 Chelsea.
Says 2-2. Oh.
Ubi.
You're gonna beat City. I'm
We-
telling you,
we-
you're gonna beat
No,
City. I'm telling you.
Someone who's from Canada, I know for sure weed is not legal in the UK. Okay.
What?
But I don't know what
You've
you're
got no,
smoking.
no shitty Maresca substitutions during that game. You're gonna beat them.
I hate you, bro.
Ooh.
I hate you so much.
What are you saying, Spoobs? What's the scoreline?
2-1 Chelsea.
I hate
2-1
you.
Chelsea.
You know what? You know what?
I'm saying 2-0 City.
What?
I'm sticking with the 2-0 City.
You know what? You know what? Scooby, fuck you.
Don't let this happen
Yeah.
though. Yeah, don't let this happen. Don't let Garnacho hit a suit. Don't let him hit the suit
Ooh.
in front of the Etihad.
Garnacho.
Don't
Wait,
let him,
hold on, let me get the avatar up.
BMX Gunner. Usually we're at odds, right? You know what I'm saying? Why are we at odds again, bro? I'm trying to say my team's getting battered for once, and you're giving me Garnacho hype jobs. What is this world coming to, man? What's going on, man? Come on, man. Let me hate my club. Let's hate our club together. Let me hate my club with you for once. Why are we doing this, man?
I hear it. I hear it. What are you saying, Prime?
Yeah, this
CPU
is
as
gonna
well.
be the biggest form of belt to ass I've ever seen. A 7-0.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm saying 5-0.
Not really
I'm
about
saying
the
4-0,
ass. Come
5-0.
on, you guys know you're not getting.
It's not
about
gonna
the
be
ass.
worse than that 6-0 that happened a while back. at the
No, because the 6-0 wasn't even bad. Because they went 4-0 up in 20 minutes, but it was like fluky goals. This
Wait,
one will
wait.
be actual domination.
The only reason it's not going to be 6-0 is because the schedule's still congested, and
Yeah.
he'll be like, "Hey guys, 4-0 is good enough. Let's rest our players. Let's bring on academy kids, and then we'll just see out the game."
Yeah, no
That's the only
Caicedo
reason.
as well. Oh my days.
Yeah,
It
that's
might
what
be
I'm saying.
3-0 for me.
You don't need Caicedo. You're gonna beat them.
I whatever, man.
You need Caicedo, man. You do.
Whatever, bro.
Bro, no Caicedo and no Cucurella.
Yeah.
No Cucurella
What do you
either.
mean
Oh
no
yeah.
Cucurella? What do you mean no Cucurella? What do you mean no?
Hey,
Four.
Garnacho though.
Four
Wait,
now.
what do you mean no
I started
Cucurella?
off at 2-0. It's now 4.
No Cucurella, he's out.
Stop.
What do you mean? Why is he out? Why is he out? I've been so out of it the past 2 weeks. What do you mean? I've been
He's
just
out.
watching the games, but not. What do you mean? What do you mean?
He didn't play the last game.
Oh. Sorry, I said 4-0, up that 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Gerald Hatto's out injured as
5-0.
well. So
5-0, 5-0. Yep, 5-0.
yeah, that's why I said 7-0.
5-0. Oh, 7-0. Oh.
5-0, and that's because Pep is taking pity on us. 5-0, and that's Pep taking pity on us.
No.
Pep like Maresca
It'll be-
though. Maybe
Nah.
he might.
What you think?
Sheikh, did you,
Solidarity. He's
you
going to
not-
be lose
you
the game.
not-
on purpose.
Exactly. Spooks, you get it.
No, you
I
no,
stand
no,
with
you,
Maresca. Maybe
No,
Pep
no,
might
What do
go,
you
I
mean?
stand
No,
with
what do you mean
Maresca.
solidarity? No, Pep would batter us to say you shouldn't have sacked Maresca.
yeah. What
That's
do you
true.
Did you not see his
Or
press
that.
conference?
Yeah,
His
or
little
that.
press conference was like they've lost an incredible. Did you not
Yeah,
hear Pep?
yeah. This is this is what it's gonna be. Gusto
Yeah,
left back
no, but
versus Germany.
Sheikh, did you not hear Pep's press conference? He literally said, they lost an incredible person. He said, I was lucky to have him. He's gonna go on a full bald, like a revenge for the bald man cause,
Yeah,
man.
for
He's
his
gonna go for it, bro.
False companion. I
Beat
understand.
it.
Low-key,
Revenge
yeah,
of the
actually
bald
might be
man.
the case.
Beat it,
That might
A,
be
bro.
the case. That might be the
Beat
case.
it, A,
Yeah,
bro. Beat it,
you
A.
guys are gonna get cooked,
Nah,
guys really
Chelsea, come on.
Turkey's not getting a hat. No, Turkey's not getting a hat trick. Turkey's getting a hat trick of assists because Holland's gonna be fucking scoring
So
4.
Holland's getting the hat trick.
Holland's scoring
Nah,
4. and then
Chalobah
Turkey's getting a hat trick of assists.
Oh,
We're
Wait,
so
did you say-
Chalobah Camp.
we're so
Shout out cramp on Holland. Hey, listen, I would have believed it was Maresca. I believe it was Maresca, but no.
Who said this? Who just said this right now?
Spooby.
Who said that? What?
This
Safety
This
pause. Yeah, I hear. That is a safety.
Wait,
pause.
so when the game ends up being belt to ass, Spooby, you're not allowed to make fun and banter us.
It's a crazy.
Yeah.
I won't.
connection.
It's not going to be built to us.
Mm.
You might get beat, but it's not going to be built to us.
okay, but I'm saying if it is though.
It won't be.
Okay,
No, it
but I'm
won't
saying
be.
if it is.
It will be.
If it is, then yeah, you're right. I can't say it.
Can I?
Because
can
you
I
know
just
what
say
it is? No, because you know what it is? The scoreline will be like 2-0, but it will be belt to ass in terms of performance. And Spooby will be like, see, I told you it's not that bad.
Wait, Prime. You know what I don't get though about this ownership? Like one last thing, I've been saying this since the summer. I'm like, hey guys, when we won the Club World Cup, you know what I did, guys? I bought merch because we won shit. If you win shit, I will pay you money. So why aren't they getting this through their heads? If they want more profit, win more shit, I will pay more money. I bought this. When we won the Champions League in 2021, I bought a face mask when COVID was happening, saying Club World Cup champs. That was $20 Canadian because we just won the Club World Cup, and I was like, you know what? I just want to spend money on my club. How are these people not getting it through their thick skulls that when we win trophies, I want to spend more money on you?
Said it, man. Success always comes from on field first.
Exactly. When you
That's the
win, I will
main
spend more
objective of a
money
club.
instead of just
But you
buying maybe
forget-
a
but you
kit
forget-
every.
Once clubs forget that, then
What about when you bought the
Oh,
Garnacho shirt?
No, but you forget, CP.
That's never happened.
Ignore him. Just,
Go on. We're gonna close
you
out.
forget,
Go on,
CP.
man.
Chelsea didn't win the Club World Cup. Maresca did. That's what all you Chelsea fans that celebrate this, Chelsea didn't win that Club World Cup. Because Chelsea is Egbali and the sporting directors. Their scouting didn't allow us to win this Club World Cup.
All I'm gonna say is, bro, I miss when people used to say Maresca out. Can't say that no more.
As a joke, dude.
Yeah,
as a
Maresca
joke.
out.
Sensei, who do you
I
support?
miss it, man.
Don't
I
feel
can't say
bad.
that no more.
Don't feel
So,
bad,
it is
Sensei.
what it is.
What is Common Sense's team he supports again? I'm
Yeah.
I
sorry.
have no idea.
Don't
Go
feel
on.
bad, bro. Don't
What
feel
if
bad. They
you're
wouldn't
Chelsea
feel bad for
fan,
you.
I
Don't
understand.
feel
If
bad.
you're
It's not
Chelsea
Chelsea,
fan,
clearly, from
Yeah.
that comment.
I was like, if you're
No,
Chelsea,
that's
fan, I
not
get it.
true. Like, bro, I've said numerous times that what's happening with Man United is sad.
Real Madrid.
You're actually a big institution.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Real
fair
Madrid
enough.
fan, fair.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Sure.
Real Madrid fans. It makes sense. Real Madrid fans have a bit of sympathy for us because they actually.
Yeah, I have
respect
sympathy for Chelsea. I think what just happened is pretty
What?
fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you have something for Chelsea? Why?
For these fans, for what just happened to what they just did to Maresca, it's kind of crazy.
I
to be
have
honest.
sympathy for some of the
Maresca's did-
supporters, but
Maresca
not
did better
Chelsea,
than-
the football club.
Like, I wish we did
No,
this.
I know.
for
I think
Ruben
that's what
Amorim.
Sheik is saying. I think Sheik is saying he's more so feeling sorry for us, the fans. I know he's saying Chelsea You're
Ah,
thinking
not
of Chelsea as a
UCP.
club, but I
Team
think
is-
he means the
yeah, not as a
supporters.
club, like the supporters, like you
Yeah.
guys, like
Yeah, he's saying the
Ah,
supporters.
not CP though.
Yeah, no, I'll be real. I don't feel bad for everyone. People like Daniel and people like that. You guys deserve the pain, but people like me, Lewis, CP, you don't deserve this. But the rest of you guys,
Dude, you know
Ahmed,
what doing flashbacks are?
Ahmed, you're Maresca out. You deserve this. But the rest of
Yeah,
you guys,
Prime, do you remember this? I think this was when we got Potts, right? Or we had just gotten rid of Potter, and then Scott is like, this club needs to feel pain. And then we had that dog
I've
shit.
heard that before.
Remember that's Prime? And I was like, Scott, please don't say this again. I've dealt with enough pain with Chelsea.
Heard
dude.
that
Don't-
before. You need to suffer before.
Yeah, you
But
need
I
to suffer.
say-
Oh my god, I suffered, man. I suffered.
Listen, Loki, I agree. Listen,
No, bro.
look, I'll go to the protest,
Go,
and
please go.
it's
Tell me
gonna
about
be an EDL rally. There might be a fight that breaks out.
it.
Hey, I'll be there, man. I'll be there.
Mhm.
I'll show
you
them
go,
the
people.
background with some shades on, man. I'll be there.
There you go, people. But yeah, we got 32 people still in the building. Where we are gonna redirect over to Flawless's channel, Sarcasm City TV, where he is about to go live for the Premier League fan call-in show, Talk Your Ish. Make sure you guys, if you guys want to have anything you guys want to say regarding Chelsea, what we just talked about, or
The raid
Arsenal,
message.
United, or yeah, go on raid message. What do you want to drop? Right in the chat.
All right, it's Flawless's birthday, right?
It is Flawless's birthday. It is Flawless's birthday.
So it would be too easy to raid saying happy birthday. I don't want you guys to do that. I want you guys to raid with your best, because we all know Flawless is the snowboarding soldier. I want you guys
Milkman.
to come up with I want your best Flawless loves a white woman joke. I want your best.
Or
Write
what-
that,
what-
but then end it off with a happy birthday.
yeah,
Yeah,
or-
okay.
or-
I knew
or-
happy birthday, obviously, but I
or,
want the joke.
or how about this as like a birthday gift? Why don't we just like, hey, everyone in the chat, choose a different snow bunny that you think Flawless would like, and just put happy birthday after.
Yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Now he
actually,
gets a
yeah.
selection.
Yeah.
Happy
You know,
happy birthday, Flawless.
Yeah,
Uh,
and then, like, you know,
the-
like
the-
give
Yeah, here's your gift
give your snow
of
bunny here, kind of.
yeah. Here's your gift of white woman here. You know,
Yeah,
here's
like
your gift
Margot
of
Robbie,
Margot Robbie,
Margot
Madeline
Robbie,
Klein,
Sydney,
etc.
Sydney
Sydney
Sweeney.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this
I
Sure.
will.
Like
She-
for example,
she
I'll
likes-
show you. Happy
she likes
birthday.
white women. Crazy.
Happy birthday. Well, I
Yeah,
know.
but-
I just know them through
Prime,
Flawless.
I just know them.
Prime, and Flawless thinks we're frauds. You know what I'm saying?
Through
Like, look at what we're doing, man. For his birthday, we're giving him the gift of
See,
more snow bunnies.
Yeah, exactly.
Flawless.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah,
We're
man.
so thoughtful, man. I'm just such a thoughtful person.
like
Man.
look,
Hey,
this
and
is,
by
this
the
is
way,
generally
guys-
my message. Happy birthday, Flawless.
Yeah.
Hope you get Margot Robbie this year. There you go.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
You just gotta write this. Just write this in the chat for him. But then
Yeah.
Margot Robbie blank, just
Yeah,
insert whoever
Yeah,
you
put a
think.
different snow bunny. He needs a selection, guys. He needs a selection.
Here, look.
You
I
need
have,
a
I have
Harrow.
the stream open.
Who's the
First
woman
of all,
NBA player he keeps watching?
Go like the stream, and then second of all,
Which one? Is it Sabrina? Is it Sabrina, the one who can shoot
Like a
threes?
big, tall, fucking blonde
Oh, the one where-
Amazonian-looking woman.
Who's in the LA Sparks again, Sheik? That we keep on joking.
Cameron Brinks.
Yes, Cameron Brink.
Cameron
No,
Brink.
he's-
Who is that? Let me have a look at
Who's
that.
the other one? There's another one. Caitlin Clark. Is she not the baller that everyone
No,
rates?
you know, but she's not
She's not like. To me, at
prime
least.
snowbody
Yeah.
material. Yeah.
She's not. Yeah.
Hey.
She's not like Sydney Sweeney level. You know.
Holy
Yeah, you got it.
Hey,
You got it.
Spooby,
You got it?
Spooby, don't. Relax, man.
I
Alright,
never
so
said.
I
I just said.
wrote So I wrote mine. If you guys don't believe me,
Okay, that's why.
I
That's
know.
why.
Those long legs. Let's go. Yeah.
Spooby, when she got drafted, asked Sheik. Me and Sheik were like, "Yo, we can't wait for the World Cup to, cheer on the LA Sparks in LA, man. That's what we're
there
here
you go.
for."
Yeah, this is like a perfect example of the message that I think you
Yeah,
guys should
thank
write.
you,
to
thank
followers.
you. There you go, Colin.
100%.
That's Colin.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Go ahead. So I wrote
Super
mine. You guys can
cool.
see right there. Look,
Super cool.
Chinlu's already there before me, but he just didn't write anything regarding like a snow bunny. He just wrote "Big up, Flawless, and happy birthday." What a nice guy, civilized, unlike us. But yeah, you guys see my message right there. Just write something like that. Pretty
Who's so fake on him?
Hey, you know what, Spooby? This is the community, man. You can search it up later. We
Oh
give you
my
camera.
god,
links.
it's got like a bank of like long-legged blonde women. It's crazy. You guys are crazy. What are you guys doing here? What?
comment.
Long-legged blonde woman is crazy.
Yeah, that is actually.
But that's what it is.
Hey
Why'd
guys,
you
this
just
is what
put all
happens when
emphasis
you.
on the
This is what happens when
long-legged?
you get Mud Brothers after dark. You know, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's only 4:30 where I'm at. It's not even after
Yeah,
dark.
same.
It's half 12.
Anyway.
It's half 12 in the UK. So yeah.
Anyways, big up to everyone. Make sure you guys also go say happy birthday on a reel to Flawless. He
Yeah.
is going live. It is 12 o'clock over there in the UK. So make sure you guys go send him a message as well. And yeah, the stream is taking you over there right now. He should be starting it very, very soon. Make sure you guys like the video, of course, support him. And yeah, keep supporting this channel as well. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Shout out to everyone in the chat, Common Sensei, Grim, Nocturnal Media, Pels,
I got
H, DX Gunner, Chin Lu, everybody, man. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Football Carnage Will for the raid as well. And we'll catch you guys all next week. It'll be we're Friday today. We'll be back on Monday for another episode. So it'll be sooner than later. So big up. We'll catch you guys all on the next one. Can't say Maresca out no more. It sucks, but it is what it is. We can still say one thing though, which is, come on guys, you guys are
Amram Ineosin.
no Arteta in. Anyways,
Yeah. Thanks for
Emblem
touching.
out.